I need David and Nate. See the way Josh and Jesse have set up their display names. The way you do that is that gear in the upper right hand corner. If you'll click on that, it'll say display name, and then you can change that. And we want your character name, and then in parentheses the name you want us to call you.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, just like that. All right, excellent. All right, so we are ready to jump in. This is Dimgaard. It's the map that's being displayed right there. We're way down here. There's a river, not a big river, but a river that runs along this forest there called the Farwood. Actually, I probably have a map that's close to that region archived. Let me.
Do you always start down the map and then end up like working your way upwards?
Well, this one area, right? So the idea originally was that I was going to have many people using Dimgaard, and that they would be free to develop and share their own areas. And this was the one I started with. But I am about to begin. I mean, almost all of them start down here in the Alshon region, except for the Giants one. You remember the Giants, the Tail Warning, that began off on the coast. But yeah, usually I start. I'm real familiar with it. I know all the NPCs in it and all the backstories, and so.
Okay.
But I'm probably going to start developing another one. Maybe I may start the next campaign on the coast again. Same Tinglet area as the previous one. All right, so we are here in. I'm sorry, that's wrong. In Lichport. Lichport's a small but vibrant river community, and in it you have managed to make the acquaintance of some fellow aspiring adventurers. So we'll just start from the left and go across. David, we're not going to call you Strike 3R, just so you know. I'm going to call you David.
It's just Striker.
Okay. All right. So tell us about Zell Donnell.
Well, he kind of grew up in, I guess you would call it middle class, I think is what it was, and was sent off to basically join up with the military. He more or less grew up away from his family with the military, and at about 12 is when he was actually sent out and basically apprenticed under one of the officers. And for about 8 years was more or less out in the field, at which point the officer he'd been apprenticing under basically pulled him out of the middle of a combat situation and took a hit for him, and ended up passing his insignia over to Zell and told him to finish leading the army through the attack. And after the battle, ended up being pretty much decommissioned out of the military because of circumstances. And so, as a result, has turned to adventuring as a source of income.
Okay. And then moving on to the left, Nate, tell us about Andrew Waltz.
All right. Basically, he thinks he's a famous bounty hunter that everyone's heard of. That is not true. He will take a job to hunt down any person, group, or item, so long as it pays well. And basically, when he's used to getting his ass kicked as well, he's not very good at his job, which is why he's taking up venturing now. And his last job was to go after a wizard who stranded him in the middle of nature with a teleportation spell. So he kind of had to learn how to live out in the middle of the wilderness with nobody around, pretty much.
Okay. Then Josh, tell us about Zorzro.
So it's a green dragonborn paladin. Was I guess you could say, aspiring businessman, and saw that life in where he's from, and I guess the slums of Odile, went great. And the only people who were really sort of doing a good job were sort of like religious types, and saw that, it was best to keep order in the ways that they did. So he became a paladin and sort of set off adventuring, trying to keep the world in a more orderly place.
And then finally we have Jesse and Luke. Is that the way you pronounce that?
Luke, either way. Pretty much Luke comes from a clan that pretty much just a wandering clan. And they did have an army that would travel around and protect specific locations that they considered secret. Very revered and ancient locations. However, after the first couple of battles, after becoming one of the footmen, his unit essentially got wiped out a majority of, and so he couldn't exactly return back with a lot of failure. So instead, he took upon this time to venture out and roam along the regions, and ended up down here eventually. He's essentially become a bit of from where he's from in a Japanese stance, like a Ronin. So he's looking for a purpose. And so he stumbles upon this location.
All right. So there is a tradition in Leechport. Whenever a new group of adventurers swarms, there's a guy named Garmeth, who is a ardent member of the Church of Farlangen, who blesses and wishes those well who are about to embark upon an adventurous journey. And he gives you a rousing speech talking about how the horizons are going to be ever stretched forward. It's going to be a great and wonderful life. And we will each get 6 temporary hit points from him as an inspiring leader to set off on our journey.
That's good for a level 1 character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He also suggests that there's another priest who holds daily ceremonies. And if you are coming of age or want to become a member of the Leechfield community, he can imbue in you either a plus D4 to all ability checks or a plus D4 to all saving throws if you will attend his services this morning.
That's a good use of the new spells, yeah. Sure.
Okay. All right, so then we head over to the ceremony. There was an offer to launch your adventuring activities with a ceremony, but you've waited most of the morning, and the priest, who is usually charged with that activity, is nowhere to be found. In fact, as you listen, he hasn't been seen in a couple of days. And to complicate matters, there is a young woman who is looking for him because he's also in charge of the ceremony for interring the dead. And her brother was buried yesterday without his services, and he is now missing. Quite a sinister set of affairs. What are we going to do about it?
Interesting. Well, where was he last seen?
He was last seen near the graveyard, attending to the graves. That's his primary task is caretaking of the graveyard to make sure nothing strange happens there. His name is Friar Ruari, and he was seen there in the evening 2 days ago, and never returned home. The other priest at first thought he must have found something of interest and was going to be gone for a few extra hours, but they are now worried. They've tried to get the authorities in Leechport to look for him, but there's no evidence that he's in Leechport. Wherever he is, he's almost certainly not here in the town.
And has there ever been anything found in this cemetery crypt?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Has there ever been anything that came out of this location that he's usually around?
No, he's kept it very well in order for the past several years. Like I said, that was his primary duty. So he made sure that the ceremonies were in place for burying the dead so that nothing weird would happen. And the other priests are concerned because that's going to be a great deal more work for you. They will offer that if you will make an effort to find him, they will go ahead and perform the ceremonies on you, and to help you along that effort. They would like to see him back, but they don't have any particular skills other than the ability to cast ceremony to help you.
That's fine. I mean, it'd be interesting.
Okay. Are any of you particularly young, like in your late teens or so?
Yeah,
I'm a fairly young soldier.
Dragonborn, they mature very early in age, so.
Okay, so then they can do if you fall into that category, they will use coming of age, and then for the next 24 hours you'll have add a 1d4 to any ability check you make. Other than that, if you're willing to join their religion, if you're not already a member of the One True Faith, they will indoctrinate you into the One True Faith, and you can have an extra d4 on saving throws for the next 24 hours. I'm going to
very broad.
Say it again.
It's a very broad thing, that.
Yeah. I presume nobody is going to get married.
No.
Shame.
Okay. So how are we going to find this priest? He's apparently not in town.
Can we investigate his quarters? Perhaps look for some clues?
We can investigate his quarters. All right, so they turn them over to you. He has some soiled clothing, if that would be of any help, but there's no sign that he had any intention to leave. Like there's no missing. Doesn't look like he packed anything and left. Looks like he has just gone missing. Doesn't look like he's returned to his quarters since he went to the graveyard 2 days ago.
I guess go to the graveyard. It's our only lead.
Probably going to be our best bet.
Yeah.
Does anyone have... would survival allow us to look for tracks or anything?
I can totally try to find him.
Days old, but yeah, I guess you could do.
So,
What horses do we have, by the way?
Maybe look for signs of struggle.
Right. Yeah, so you could use investigation or survival to track them. There might be other things that your character could do. I don't know which. So we will just start with, or you could help someone else perform one of those. So what will Zell do?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and actually click roll a D20. I have no idea how to read that.
You would take the first one unless you had advantage.
All right, and then
Okay.
what about Andrew? What is Andrew going to do to try to find the missing
I
friar?
am going to try. I'm going to use my survival check and try to find him.
Okay. What about Zor? Zorzro? What will Zorzro do, Josh?
I guess help. I don't have any good ability checks other than persuasion or something. If I can talk to people.
How about we just go around and start asking a few of the people near his household? You might know something.
Yeah, I'll use persuasion then.
Okay. Whoops. And what about Luke?
I'll be using persuasion too, trying to figure out if we can find anything.
Okay. All right. So as Zell is looking for tracks, he stumbles into an unfortunate situation and triggers some dangerous fauna. Where do I have those cards? There it is. All right. So Zell, I need a DC 15 dexterity save. You take 3 points of acid damage. That'll a DC 15 dexterity save will reduce it by half. Okay. So but at least you avoid having your armor damage. All right. So then we've got 10, 23.
So just so you know, I had advantage on my survival check. So I would have had 21.
How do you have advantage?
Because my favorite enemy is humanoids. I'm a bounty hunter.
Okay.
People.
All right. We need to do that one more time.
So you want me to roll it again?
You can do the same thing again, or you can try something different if you don't. We find a lot of clues. So asking around, people think that they saw someone early in the morning dragging something that could have been a body along the riverbank. And there are also tracks that seem to leading from the graveyard in that direction, but we're not quite sure yet. Could have been north, could have been east or west. We have to determine which. So you can do something different, or you can do the same thing again.
So you want me to roll another survival check, basically?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so let me show you the map again. Looks pretty clear that somebody absconded from the graveyard is actually on this side of the tracks, and someone was dragging something heavy along this northern bank, heading off the map over here. And as we head that direction, though, we all end up in that same area of plants. So this is for everybody. Does anybody have, or anybody with proficiency in nature has advantage? So it'll be 1 or 0. And I need a dexterity save from everybody. So 0 for
I need to roll another one?
Yes. The first one was because you personally took a bad turn. Now the party is heading along that bank, and we just generally run into it together. Does anyone happen to have the mending cantrip? By any chance?
A mending? No.
Oh, okay. Right. So Luke's armor his protection will be reduced by 1. So his armor class will go down by 1 until we can take a couple of days and find someone with the leather work or with the proper armor skills to repair it.
Okay.
So Donald takes 1. Zeltek's one, and then finally we need one from Andrew. Dexterity save from Andrew.
Dexterity save.
Does Andrew, is he by any chance proficient in nature?
Yes.
Okay, so then he will succeed. Take 0 damage from it. As we're proceeding along the northern bank, coming towards us, there are a group of, and this is, by the way, it is direct sunlight. We are in the day. There is a sleek female. There are actually going to be there are 4 sleek females. These are clearly drow, have dark skin and white hair, and they emerge from the underbrush about 30 feet ahead of us. They don't seem particularly hostile, but they do seem on guard.
Sorry, did you say drow?
Drow.
Mhm.
That's very, very, very rare.
It is rare, yeah. Does anyone speak Elven?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, so then so what are we going to do about these drow? They don't seem particularly hostile, but they seem cautious.
You can talk to him, I guess.
Okay. So each of the drow is looking like they are holding, one of their hands is clutched very tightly, just so you know. There's one who's wearing breastplate. She's the one who's doing all the talking. And then with her are 3 who carry spears and shields. And so she says, you know, I don't come to fight unless it is necessary. I'm looking for information as to where I am and what is happening here.
Oh, so you're not from this plane?
We're not from this region. We've traditionally lived under the what we believe you call the dragon teeth, but the men of our community have driven us from our home, and we are looking for a hospitable place to relocate. Someplace
Here may not be a good idea.
Well,
The one true faith holds sway in this region, so it may not be in your best interest to reside too close.
well, actually, that is one of the reasons we're here. Is we were exploring the possibility that there may be those on the fringe of the one true faith who would be looking to help us or become allies with our group. We are now a population without a home. Right? We fought valiantly, but in the end, the men prevailed, and we have to find some way to reestablish our community. And we're not.
The consequences would be so deep.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
So I didn't know the consequences would be so deep.
Yeah.
Of that campaign.
Yeah. I mean, and we're not alone in this situation. Apparently, this upheaval has affected every drow enclave we have encountered. There are rumors that somewhere there may be some where the women have managed to maintain control of their community, but it seems like almost all of us female drow are now dispossessed and are in need of a new place to reassemble, maybe regroup, and then take some action from there. We don't know what.
Well, it seems kind of illogical for the men to just throw out all the women. Do they not keep any? Because I mean, how else are they gonna, repopulate their communities?
So they do have a small number apparently who they keep for purely reproductive services. but their existence is quite unimaginable for us. Right? We are accustomed to being the nobility. And the idea of existing in that station is pretty abhorrent to us. And also, it seems like many of the men have reconciled themselves to intermingling beyond their species. I suspect there will be quite a few half-drows in the coming years.
Well, it kind of sounds, well, it might be an unpopular opinion, but it kind of sounds like it serves you right for putting men in that position, a lower position.
So I'm hearing that you are not favorably inclined towards our cause.
No, I am. I'm just saying it kind of sounds like you deserve it, but I'm fine with helping you. Yeah, an ally is an ally. I don't judge.
Well, it's traditional for the nobility of the Drow to accept some sort of token of appreciation to formalize alliances.
Or fresh adventurers, what do you want?
It doesn't have to be material goods. It could be an oath or a promise. Right. So the gist of it is,
I'm not sure what we could potentially give you. Like my cohort here mentioned, we are actually just starting off ourselves. So I'm not sure.
Okay. If we promise to do things for them in the future, then
I don't think we have any authority to do anything other than just with ourselves, pretty much.
Yeah, well, that's good enough for them.
Right. What if? So who would we keep in contact with by chance if we manage to say potentially find what might meet your requirements for where you would want to settle down per se?
So we have it within our capacity to communicate periodically with any of you now that we know you and can contact you. So we will periodically exchange message via sending to you to determine the state of your situation and how we think you might be able to work with us to improve our station.
I think that could be an agreeable situation then.
So the advantage is
promise we'll find anything, but we can definitely look for you.
Okay.
So in return, we're getting like your, I don't know, friendship or something like that. Is that what I'm getting? Yeah,
if there is some, we will reciprocate. Yeah, if you demonstrate that you are loyal, that you're someone we can depend upon, then we will reciprocate in the same way. Yes.
That sounds like a good trade.
Okay. Well, we're going to head on into the Farwood there. We're going to see if there's not someone down there who
I imagine
living on the fringes.
Or like tiefling, I think. I'm
there,
sure.
Yeah, there are tieflings.
There'll be small communities.
Yeah, there are all sorts of fringe communities in the Farwood. Okay, so then we proceed.
But before you go, we are on our own quest here. And I asked her about, the seeing anyone drag a man or like a body-sized object down the river.
Right. So we intended to take a safe refuge in a what looked like an uninhabited cave about 3 miles down the river here. But although we saw them, they didn't see us. There was definitely some zombie activity in the entrance to that cave. That could be the type of thing that you're looking for, right? They must have, whoever controls those zombies must be bringing corpses there for some reason, and that sounds like could be what you are looking for.
Well, that doesn't bode too well. Hopefully, we're not too late in finding who we're looking for.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, so off we go to see if we can't make more allies. And
Hey. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
let me get everybody over here. Can I get everyone to make sure you can move your tokens? Everyone, you can see everybody, and then you can move your tokens.
Yeah, I can see everyone's.
Okay.
Haha, I'm blocking one.
I'm not doing that.
Curious, what happened to the other two people? Did they just not make it?
Yeah,
They
they
were
couldn't get
here,
there.
but they.
One of them couldn't get into Discord, he said, and the other one didn't have his character sheet ready.
Oh, okay.
He was using some stuff off of D&D Wiki that was not good.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh, Dan, sorry. It's a random question to do with Nistel's Magic Aura. So for the Paladin Oath of the Oathbreaker, there's an aura which increases damage done by fiends and undead. Would that work with Nistel's Magic Aura?
I believe so, yes.
That's really good.
You mean to make yourself look like something other than a fiend or... all right, so slithering up out of the water here are 4 snakes. Does anyone have a way of preventing us from going into initiative here? Okay.
Don't think so.
Nope.
Didn't know if someone had something really cool to do. All right, so we will go into initiative as these constricting snakes attack.
Imagine
Hold
a level
snake.
Sneaky snake.
Haha, cool action for.
Wow.
Oh, initiative. Duh. Boop. Hey, I got a 5.
You have to click on your token.
Huh?
You have to click on your token and have it selected.
Yeah, you have to have your token selected.
Wait, yep.
Yeah, you select your token and then you click the initiative, so that way it'll actually put you on the initiative table.
Oh, initiative on the character sheet or on the token?
You click the token,
Yeah.
then you'll go to your character sheet, and then you'll click
Okay.
the initiative. And that's how it'll put you on the turn order.
Okay. Well, that's better than 5.
Well, yeah. Then when you make a mistake like that, you can just click on your place an initiative and then correct it to what it was. All right, so Andrew, you're first. See these 4 snakes come slithering up out of the water.
Ooh. Is it just me, or is there a lot of duplicates?
Duplicate what?
Oh, no, for some reason I'm the only duplicate. Okay. I don't know, it looks like I see that there's 2 of me on here for some reason.
Okay. I'm going to run up and I'm going to have my shield and sword out and I'm going to slash that snake that's in front of me with my long sword.
Okay, you're looking for armor class 12.
Oh, God.
All right, so you bite into that snake. It is Zorzro's turn.
I'll move up and hit the same one. 15 for 9.
That was bloody. All right, so let's see. He's going to try to constrict Zorzo there. 22 for 7 points of bludgeoning bludgeoning damage. And
I'm restrained. This is horrible.
Grappled and restrained. Yeah.
I think I took care of him last.
Okay, so this one's going to slide up and try to do the same thing. They're wallowing around on Zorzo.
On me? Or?
Yeah, on Zorzo. Or, I'm sorry, it's Zell. Who's, no, it is Zorzo. Yeah, it's Zorzo. So 23.
I haven't moved up yet. I'm at the end.
Yeah. 23 for 8 against Zorzo.
Okay.
And it is Luke's turn.
Okay.
Thank goodness for that inspiring leader.
So,
Yeah.
this is constricting. Can I just sort of help him out and ungrapple it?
You could shove it away, which is the same as a grapple, and that would break it. Yeah.
All right. Is that just an action or a bonus action?
It's an action. Yeah. It replaces one of your attacks. But there are two grappling him. You're probably better off just killing this one, if you want to know the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, being grappled by 2 snakes.
Oh, you're being... They're both grappling you?
Yeah, see the blue dots? Both of them are grappling me.
Oh, okay. All right, that makes more sense. Then, yeah. I'll just move over here. So I guess I can't step into the water, right?
Yeah. It's only like ankle to knee deep right here. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll just step there and I'll take a slash at it with my rapier.
12 hits it. Yeah. Okay. That one collapses into a. Okay. Well, this one is going to try to constrict Luke. 22 for 10 points of bludgeoning damage, and Luke is restrained. Okay, so that one will just Zorzo is right there, so he'll give that a shot. 3 points of bludgeoning damage. And it is Zell's turn. These snakes, all 4 of them hit.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they're rolling real high.
Oh, man.
I mean, that one didn't, but I guess they have advantage?
Yeah, when you're restrained.
Yeah. Attacks against a restrained creature have advantage. Yeah.
That kind of sucks. Getting restrained, unfortunately restrained and then restrained again.
Yeah, I'm tanky though, so it's fine.
All right. So, what's my option against the snake? Other than, I mean, I'm guessing if I swing my greatsword, it's going to hit him.
No.
I'm going over.
No, you don't have a risk of hitting your ally. Yeah, it'll only hit the snake.
Oh, so I can swing my sword.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, even better. Well, I'm going to target the one in front of me where I moved. And
that hits.
Holy cow. Wait a minute.
You click the great sword. Click the great sword in there and it'll... Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I did 15. Okay.
Max damage there.
15, all right. Down he goes.
Sweet.
Anything else from
So, question. I have Great Weapon Master, which allows me an extra melee swing.
That's right.
I think it already did it. And that's where the other 6 came from. Oh, wait, no, that's part of it.
It does 2d6 and I have a +3.
Yeah, so you can step up there and then hit this one with the second attack. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And wait, what's the 14?
I went ahead and clicked on the great sword for you, and that exactly puts him down. All right, so this is going much
There's
better.
enough, by the way. Yeah, there's on the character sheet. If you click on the cog, you can, and on the right hand side in the general options, you can auto damage roll. So it just does it automatically.
Wait, where?
On the cog on the character sheet on the right hand side, auto damage roll.
Okay, so then it is Andrew's turn.
Okay. I'm assuming Luke is currently grappled with that
Help
snake.
me!
Yeah, he is grappled and
Yeah, so
restrained.
the dots go.
Okay. And I'm gonna go help him. And can I shield bash the snake to try
Yeah.
to knock it prone?
Yes, you can. Mhm.
Because I do have the shield master feat. So
Yeah, you can.
There are 3 variant humans here.
okay, so that's the athletics check against the snake.
Good night.
Okay, and then
I think it's now prone, so I should gain advantage. Correct?
correct.
All right, so I'm gonna slash it with my longsword.
And I can't. I've got a big black bar over my. How much? What is the damage there?
I'm not sure. Let's check real quick. I'm not sure if it's auto rolling the damage or not.
It doesn't. You have to click longsword whenever it does that.
Zorzo's turn.
Oh. 7 damage, I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So that one goes down as well. So it turned out it was scary there for a couple of seconds, but okay. So
heavy armor master, so I'm alright.
So we have 4 carcasses of these snakes here, which look like they are rather exotic, and might be able to, if someone can make a DC 20 nature check, looks like we might be able to loot some hides off of them. That would be of value.
I will let the quote-unquote ranger attempt that.
Okay, before we just start rolling, we need to set something. So, who could theoretically make a DC 20 with if they roll a 20? Is there anyone other than?
Yeah, I got a proficiency in nature check, but it only gives me a +1. So
That's good enough.
I mean, luck is luck for me. So
yeah. So then Nate or Andrew Waltz can make the check with advantage. Is the point? All right. So we run the first carcass trying to skin it, but we've got 3 more to go. So make 3 more checks with advantage there, Andrew.
okay, am I the only one who's able to do this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got the best. Yeah. All right. So there's one.
I like animals. I don't like cutting into them.
2 more to go.
Worst case scenario, we can cook.
Yeah. 1 more. Oh, so close. All right. So. Oh, you know what? Actually, did you do the coming of age, Andrew?
I am too old.
Oh, you were too old. Okay. All right. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right. So we get 1 set of skins off of one of the carcasses. All right. And are we going to do anything else before we move on?
No.
Would the meat off the snake be usable for cooking?
You could eat it, but it's not going to be of any value. It's all, by the time he's done butchering him and skinning him, it's all mangled up. Yeah.
But for the sake of sustenance, as it were,
Yeah.
instead of having to eat a trail ration,
Yeah,
Would
do
that
that.
suffice?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Carrot and seasoning.
Yep. Snack time.
All right, so I guess we're Bear Grylls in this.
Yep.
All right, so we are getting on close to where the drow described the cave entrance that they encountered. And as we are getting close, suddenly rumbling out of the underbrush are some bovine-type creatures. Look like they might be water buffalo or something like that. So, is there anybody who cannot be surprised at first level? I don't know that there would be. Only if you have the alert.
I don't think so.
If this can fall under my predator vision, which pretty much allows me to perfectly see creatures within 100 feet, if they're moving, and as long as their vision isn't blocked by magical effects, then, I mean, technically that could fall under that.
I mean, these are not predators. They're scared
No,
water
predator
buffalo.
vision is that I'm just sort of like, I'm the predator in that form. Here, hold on. This is essentially what it says.
What class are you?
It's not a class-based aspect, it's a race-based aspect.
Oh, okay.
That's what I got from my ranger thing for natural explorer. I don't know if it applies to this.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. Actually, Wolffield should be fine.
All right. So who has a passive perception of 13 or better?
I do.
I do.
Not me.
Okay. So we will just start from Zell then. So Zell, what's your passive perception?
14.
14. All right. So you see this herd of stampeding water buffalo types rushing towards you. You could do one of two things. You could either try to wave some of them off and protect everybody, or you realize that you have just enough time to get up a tree and completely protect yourself from any damage from the stampede. Which of those will you choose to do?
I'm going to have to go with the first option.
Okay. Make a animal handling check then.
Woohoo! Ding.
And did you have the coming of age rites, the ceremony?
Nope. Too old.
Okay, so you managed to wave off one of the buffalo. And then, Andrew, what is your passive perception?
It is 14.
Okay, so the same to you. You can either protect yourself completely or try to wave off one or more of the water of the stampeding bovines. Which of those will you choose to do?
I will try to wave one of them off.
Okay.
Handling?
Animal handling, yep. You do successfully wave off another one of them. All right, Zorzo, what is your passive perception?
It's not high enough.
Okay, so Lukai, what is your passive perception?
9.
9. We need to get to 4. We're going to go say that your Vulpine aspect go ahead and grants you. So you have the same choice. You can move to the safety of the final 2 charging or stampeding water buffalo, or you can try to wave another one of them off.
Yeah, I think I'd rather take my chances with assisting in this.
Okay, so make me an animal handling check. Huh? But only one of them. Only one of them comes stampeding through. Let's see who it is going to target. And I guess that makes sense. It targets Zorzo. So, yeah.
Yeah, a cow.
So it crits. Wow. So it's going to be 23 points altogether.
23 points. Yeah, even with yeah, I'm down.
Right. So
actually, wait. I think I'm more than down at that point.
Well, no,
my point max is 11.
Wait, how much did it hit him for?
Hit him for 23.
Ew,
I
nice.
took 20 damage, but that's
Oh, yeah, you have heavy
that's
armor.
way down.
Okay, so
Ouch.
can anyone get me out?
I can totally get you up, assuming
Okay.
it's safe.
If you got magical healing, that's great.
I am going to use one of my charges in my healer's kit to stabilize you.
well, that doesn't get him up though.
No, I don't got anything to get him up, but at least he's not going to be
Right.
throwing death saving throws.
But we'll go ahead. We'll go ahead. Is anyone proficient in medicine by any way?
No.
Yes.
Okay, then go ahead and try a DC 15 medicine check to try and get him up to 1 hit point as part of that then. Right,
Dang.
so we got 1 hit point.
Good.
Nice.
So that's what you need, really.
And that's
then-
your last crit of the game.
Oh boy.
And then
Rub your hooves together.
and then just out of sight, just up ahead of us, it looks like there is the mouth to the cave. So we might want to do something before we go charging into the cave. I don't know. There's no apparent threat other than the now that the
No, yeah, I guess we can take a short rest then.
Yeah.
Do you get lay on hands back on the short rest? I don't know. I'll
Do you
take a
get-
look.
do you get what back on a short rest? Not lay on hands,
Lay on hands.
but you do. You're a paladin, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You because you do get second wind back on a short rest. But, right.
I'll
Yeah,
do that.
on a short or a long rest
Well, that's pretty good.
before you can use it again. I'm going to actually use my second one before we start to short rest too.
Okay.
I gotta read what that does.
So 1d10 plus my fire level. So I'll go ahead and roll that. And so that makes it 7, which puts me at maximum.
Oh, sweet.
And with that, I'll just let the rest of it go into my short rest.
Oh wow. That's gonna be
Is it me or just the resolution of this map is real bad?
it's like
Well, yeah, it's a big map, so it probably takes a few seconds to come into focus. Yeah. This is an old map. It goes back before online virtual tabletops were really a thing. I think it's from 3.5's map collections on Wizards.com.
All right.
yeah,
Okay.
it's a super big map. Holy cow.
Yep.
All right. So here's the entrance to the cave. Here is us. Scouting around, you see actually quite a few footprints in and out, and they look like they are humanoid.
Sweet. Can I roll a investigative check with advantage to figure out what type of humanoid?
Okay. Yeah, then you can tell that they are medium-sized and that they are wearing boots. Like they're not, they're not some sort of feral type humanoid. But other than that,
Okay.
not a lot of information.
No, that's pretty cool. Okay.
Should we attempt to stealth up? I mean, there's no reason why we shouldn't try.
Yeah.
Yes, I would I would
It
not
probably
advise just walking in there.
I mean, it's probably not gonna. Do you have disadvantages in chainmail? I don't even remember.
Yeah, chainmail's disadvantage.
Yeah, I'll have to
Yeah,
roll this.
I'm
way.
kind of screwed out of that one.
I might not be, but it depends on how well I roll.
I'll just try and see. I have a 3, so yeah, there's no point trying.
Yeah, no.
Ooh. Hey, I got a 9.
A 9.
Okay, so
I'm pretty sure even zombies. Yes.
yeah, zombies have better than 3. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, for all I know, I'm probably stealthed right now.
I think you probably know.
Yeah, I don't think stealth's an option in this case. We got a couple people wearing some heavy armor.
So we start sneaking up there, and then sure enough, lumbering out of the shadows are these 4 zombies. And does anyone have a way to keep them from attacking us?
No.
I don't think
Keep them
there's-
from what?
from going into initiative, from attacking us.
No.
Okay, then
What I do have is a really big sword.
I think that counts.
I have a particular set of hand axes.
Yeah, I have those too.
With a particular set of skills.
what are the names on there?
What classes are we running with? Fighter, Ranger,
Pretty much.
Paladin, and
So what, we have a fighter, a ranger, and
A paladin. We have a Green Dragonborn paladin.
yep. What? Who's the last person? Or do we have like 2 fighters?
I think we have 2 fighters.
I'm a fighter.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm a fighter too. So
Okay, two fighters, a paladin, and a ranger. Okay,
we're mangling with melees right now.
they walk into a bar.
No, I dodged the bar. Oh, initiative. I'm in.
The table.
Sorry,
lamps.
I am
We killed the
totally
table.
not paying attention. Hey, I got a 15.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Luke A., you are first. You see 4 zombies emerge from the shadows. Here. What will Luke A. do?
Am I able to see these fine, or are they just still around the corner?
No, you can hear them.
They look like they're just.
Here,
You can hear them.
and then you can hear them coming your way. Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to move into this corner right around here. So that way I can at least see this one. I'm going to pull out one of my hand axes and try to toss it into it.
Okay. Zombies are not hard to hit.
Yeah, okay. But I can prove you how that's wrong.
Throw and a miss.
Uh,
I guess with that.
no, an 8 will hit them. Yeah. That is their armor class.
Oh, it does.
Uh-huh.
You close enough?
Okay. Oh, the critical stab in the ouch.
The range is 20 feet. You'd have to get closer. Oh, you moved it.
20 to 60.
Yeah, but long range is disadvantage, right?
Is it?
Yeah, more than close range.
I figured that wasn't. It says 20-60, so it doesn't have a third range on it like I'm used to.
Yeah, so 20 is the short, 60 is the long.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then anything in
So
between.
actually, let me just make a disadvantage roll then. So next roll 7, which I guess.
Okay. So that will miss. Yeah.
All right.
Can I get closer?
Or you could just step up to 20 feet away.
If you was, I don't know, I can't remember where you were to begin with.
Oh no. This way. Oh, I was over here. I've already made like a 30-feet step.
Wait, but where were you to begin with?
He was over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I moved over here.
Yeah,
which is 30
you
feet.
go to hit, and then it'd be 15 feet away.
Yeah, but I already moved over here.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Zell's turn then.
Is there?
I'm not gonna mulligan my move.
Encumbered means you're down to 20,
It
right?
changes nothing. Though.
Yeah, ignore the encumbrance. That encumbrance is weird. But you
I think it's from 3.5. It's for some reason it's using the 3.5 rules.
I'm not sure. Because, yeah, I don't know. All right, so let me see.
Yeah, because I looked at everyone's
That's
gear and no one
78.
should have been encumbered.
I can move there. I'm going to move right here.
Okay. And
we'll say that's it.
You can ready an action.
yeah, you could ready to attack one if it comes in range.
Oh, is that a thing? Okay, well, let's do it.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm still new to 5th.
Zorzo's turn.
I'll do the same. So we're like in a line. I only get one attack anyway.
Is where we hold them.
All right. So then, this one will come here, and it'll trigger Zell's ready to action, so Zell can attack.
What's going on?
You can
This
attack.
one, yeah, your ready to action
Yeah,
goes off when this one moves up next to you.
Yoink. I'm going to assume that hits.
Yes, they're on the +8.
14. Slashing.
Okay. And then he will attack back.
Woohoo!
22 for 5 bludgeoning with his slam.
Your rolling amazes me, Dan. I'm just saying, right here,
Yeah.
now, it's amazing.
This one will trigger Zorzo's ready to action.
No, I couldn't.
Holy cow!
22.
So, ready to swing, gets in range. Home run.
Okay. He looks like he's about to go. He could go down, but he is not quite.
Damn zombie.
That is amazing.
7
They're
will
zombies. That's what
Yeah, zombies have a lot of hit points. Yeah. Andrew's turn.
Hooray! I'm gonna move in and fill in the line. And I'm gonna attack the zombie in front of me. I'm gonna shield bash the zombie in front of me, and then I'm gonna slash him.
Okay, what is this?
Jeez.
You're ranger, right?
Yeah, he can't beat a
You get
25.
fighting start at second level. You also can't shield bash at level 1.
I can with a shield.
Oh yeah, sorry. Don't worry. I thought it was a fighting style, but it's not. Don't worry.
No, there is a fighter you can get trip attack if you go battle master.
Mm.
That basically does the same thing.
Yeah, I just got confused.
But Battlemaster, you can't hit until 3rd level. All right, so he's prone.
Okay, I'm gonna slash at him with my sword.
An 8, now you get him.
Whoops. Nope, didn't do it.
You have to click on, you have to click the longsword in.
Where it says longsword +5.
In your roll.
Yeah, where it says longsword +5. If you click on that, it'll.
There you go.
7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was trying to do it from the character sheet. I'm like, why is it not doing it? Okay,
If you want to actually set it up to automatically roll its damage, if you look at your character sheet, see that gear in the top right beside spells, you can click that, and then right under it, you should see something that says auto damage roll. You can actually switch that to auto damage rolls and auto crit rolls, all that.
Okay,
Just a heads up.
sweet. I'm gonna definitely do that then.
All right, back to Luke. The other two had to dash to get to where they are, and that is their turn. There's one
I'm
prone
gonna
in front of you there, Luke.
Yeah, I'm going to take my best chance, and I guess that's with an advantage roll.
They're prone, so
I'm
you have
switching
advantage.
out to my rapier and shield, by the way.
Okay. You
Takes
could
an action
have had
to
your
get
shield out all the time. Yeah. Throwing a hand axe doesn't. You don't have to get rid of
Yeah,
your
that's
shield.
true. That's one-handed, so yeah. I suppose I would just have to switch over to my rapier then.
Yeah.
So, if you go to the cog thing, you can turn off the encumbrance thing. It's in the same category as the auto
Where I
crit. Or,
mentioned it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
encumbrance off. Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Okay, so he is.
And with it being a finesse weapon, if I'm holding a shield, does that decline the finesse for this?
nope.
No. You choose whether it's
Alright,
going to be
just wanted
strength.
to get that to note for the future, because I know switching out my weapon would require a bonus action at least.
No, it doesn't require anything. It counts as interaction with an object. You can do one weapon per turn for free.
Yeah, you
Two would require an action. One's
Yeah.
fine.
Zell's
basically
turn.
do it as part of move.
The one at the bottom of the stack, the line rather, next to Andrew.
The one who's
Can I hit
prone.
him?
Yeah. Looks like he should have been killed last turn, but he summoned up his fortitude and managed to shake off death once again.
Yeah, he probably is getting hit with the. Does that count as advantage since he's prone?
Yeah, he's still prone.
Yep.
Awesome. So 12 damage slashing.
Okay.
Does that drop him?
No, he still is.
Damn it!
This is what I mean, that you were an amazing roller. This is incredible.
Zorzo's turn.
25 2 times in a row.
You have what I have to recall to as that Percy roll. Holy shit.
What is Zorzo going to do?
I'll attack the my bloodied one at the top.
Okay. So it's 9. Right, so he manages to summon up his undeath and linger on. Looks like he should be dead by now, but they don't believe you. They don't believe they should be dead.
Bring out your dead.
Okay,
He's
so
not
this.
dead.
Nope, it's 5 plus the damage done, so it was a 14 to shake off death. He exactly had a 14. Yeah.
Well, that's sad.
So this one stands up, and he could attack any of the three of you. Let's see. He's going to attack the middle one, just like Andrew.
Okay.
But I believe a 9 misses.
Yes, it does.
This one's on the end. He can only attack Zorzo. 18 to hit Zorzo.
No.
18 misses. All right.
19.
Excellent. Andrew's turn.
Shield, chainmail, protection.
Yep.
All right.
That
I'm gonna.
fighting style paid off. Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking between that and dueling. I don't really know which one's better.
Well, in your
Defense
case,
speed.
you just prevented damage. So.
Well, right now it's definitely it appears to be defensive. Yeah. All right. So Andrew's turn.
I'm gonna use a bonus action, knock down the zombie again. At least I'm gonna try to. What?
Yeah. So he's prone again.
And then I'm gonna slash him again.
You can't actually beat his 5.
Oh,
16 will hit. So he needs a.
crossing our fingers.
No, he's still hanging on. 1 hit point.
God.
Don't worry.
This one's going to attack Zorzo. He'll miss. This one could attack any of the three. He's going to attack. He's going to attack Andrew. He will crit Andrew for 9.
Ow.
It is Luke A's turn.
All right, I'm feeling confident this time. This thing's going down, but moving around. Just for like future reference, I'm usually used to if you move around someone that you're adjacent to, they can take attack opportunities. Is that still still in this one?
If you leave their threat range, they get an attack of opportunity.
If I leave their range, so as long as I'm still in their range, though, but I'm moving around, I'm still good.
That's correct.
Yep.
All right. So this shows how crazy some people's things work. So I'm just going to circle around it, essentially to cover its rear and to be attached to
flanking bonus.
No,
They don't have flanking in 5th edition. It's an optional variant, but yeah, we don't use it.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just moving around, and I'm going to make an attempted attack with rapier.
That hits.
That deals 9.
9.
And I'm ready to come back with another one in case.
He still clings to life.
All right, well, let's try another attack then.
How do you get 2 attacks?
Because a rapier is a finesse weapon.
That doesn't give you an extra attack.
No, it doesn't give you an extra
wait,
attack.
correction. I'm thinking of light weapons. Thank you.
They don't either.
No.
You have to have
No,
one in.
but they give you a second attack with the other offhand weapon.
Right.
If you had 2 of them, right?
Yeah.
But you could do with 2 anyway.
So
I guess.
It's
Yeah,
Zell's
no,
turn.
I'm thinking of something completely different now. Jumping between different games can mean different rules, and that's where it comes into confusion for me.
That's okay. Zell's turn.
Incidentally, are these small or medium?
Medium. Looks like they were probably human in life, although none of them match the description of the missing friar. That's good news.
Right. So the one at the bottom, I'm going to hit that one again.
Okay.
Oh, God.
10. All right, he goes down. Yeah.
Sweet. And Great Weapon Master. I'm going to attack the one directly in front of me. I'll have to roll again.
For 9. Okay. And it will be Zorzo's turn.
22 for 12.
Okay.
That's obviously on the top one. Yeah.
Yeah, down he goes.
Woohoo!
Andrew's turn.
Okay. I'm going to shield bash that one that's next to me. And then slash it.
Okay, he's got a 20 on his athletics check. So he is not prone.
Not prone. All right. Still going to slash him, though.
Yeah. 11
11.
for 10. He's bloodied. This one will attack either one. High low. He's going to attack Zell.
Oh.
This one is going to attack Zell. 11 misses Zell.
Miss.
This one would definitely attack the guy who just hit him in the face with the great sword, or with the long sword. So 12 misses Andrew, though. Luke A's turn.
Continue with the strikes. Going to attack that one I'm currently adjacent to. My rapier. 16, dealing 10 damage.
Okay, let's see. All right, down he goes.
little moment of yes. And then I guess with this game, am I still able to move?
Yes.
Say it again. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Then I'm just going to stand right beside them to ready up with this one.
Zell's turn.
Swing. Better swing.
Okay. Zorzo.
And that's my turn.
I'll do the same. 13 for 8.
Okay. And Andrew. He's bloody now.
Guess I'll move there and do my combo again.
Face paw.
All right. So he's prone. So you have advantage. 12 for 6. Actually, it would be more like this. All right, so he's going to attack Andrew. 15, I believe, misses Andrew, though, right? And it is Luke's turn.
All right. I think we all want this thing dead, right?
It's already dead.
Totally.
He's
Like
already
this-
dead. He's undead.
See,
Anyone got a Phoenix down?
I gotta mark that later. Actually, I didn't remember to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna just Phoenix down would be perfect right now. Rapier to its face. Slashing down. Still only 4 damage though.
Okay. Zell's turn.
And a swing.
Nice.
6 will miss.
Well, maybe
Good
not.
thing you have advantage.
Well, actually, I get to re-roll that. Great weapon fighting.
Well, you have advantage.
No,
so
that's damage die, not
Yeah,
roll.
it's damage, not attack
yeah,
rolls.
that
Oh,
only
is it?
affects your damage.
Do I have advantage?
No.
Didn't he? Oh
No,
no.
he-
Okay.
nope.
Yeah.
That's right.
I
I didn't realize that it stood up.
But that's okay. He goes down to Zorzo's 8 points with his 9 con save. All right. So we've cleared out this entrance here. We've got the bodies of 4 former zombies. What are we going to do at this point?
Is this cave like dark or is it lit? Or...
There is no light source. However, I want to make sure.
I was gonna say, I'm just going to light up a.
Yeah. Down here, looks like there is the faint glow, like maybe some sort of campfire or lantern around this corner down here.
Whether this wait, like down this bit here, I'm thinking.
Yeah, this is just an empty alcove. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay. Does anyone happen to have a light cantrip spell?
Nope.
No, but I have
None
a
of us have
torch.
Torches it is.
Yep.
I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna light
I
a
mean, in
torch.
this situation, I'm only using my torch. I'm not going to try and use anything else.
Must investigate environs.
Moss torch.
yeah. I guess I'll
All the torches.
get out a torch and prop away the shield.
Yeah,
Torch,
well,
nothing.
I'm putting away my rapier. I'm not putting away my shield. What's a good torch symbol? Should be one, right?
Are we going to inspect the zombie bodies or just move on?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
I'm lighting
Oh
up.
yeah. No, we'll check those out.
Yeah, I just want to get a light source.
Okay. One of them it matches perfectly the description of the brother whose body is missing. Is anyone proficient with religion?
No.
No. Okay, then everybody can make religion checks.
Oh, to see the symbol.
Yeah, they have markings on them, and
Hey, 20.
okay, yeah. So we have a couple who realize. So usually, when bodies are interred within the One True Faith, they will have some markings as part of the ceremony on them, and those have been noticeably disfigured that would normally be associated with burial, and over them are some different markings that are not a part of the One True Faith. Wakefield believes that he recognized them as maybe some sort of an ancient religion, like something that preceded the One True Faith, that is no longer a current ritual.
Okay.
Probably
Interesting.
has something to do with how they became zombies and why these.
It's a ritual symbol, but not like one of a god, though.
That's correct. Mm-hmm. Okay, so in we go. Is that right? Heading towards the light or heading down this dark corridor over here? There's a light source down here, and then this one is dark.
There we go.
Okay, so you mean up, rather.
Can everyone
up.
see that?
Up or to the right?
I guess towards the camp up, or should we go daring and take the non-light option?
I've already
Probably
lived
go
my
check
choice.
out.
You're not going to tell me otherwise.
Probably go check out the area to our right.
Then the non-light one. Let's go.
The non-light one. Okay. All right. So we move into the cave here, and there is a chill gust of wind, and it sounds like someone is whispering insults in your direction. And does anyone have proficiency in Arcana? Okay. I need a wisdom saving throw from everybody.
Oh yes,
Hey.
my weakest ability.
Got a 19. Uh-oh.
Here's the effect. Okay. So it's going to be 1 or 0. It's a DC 14 wisdom saving throw. Unfortunately, Luque failed it by more than 5. Everyone passes except for Luque, who fails it by more than. Is there anything?
It's like someone's screeching in my ear.
So, Luque, you feel noticeably shaken by those whispers. That is a spooky, scary thing for you. You feel unsettled.
Spooky.
Feels bad for you, man.
Right next to a lady whispering in my ear.
3 spooky, 5 me.
Shame Leon Hands can't help with that.
Well, I guess Luque's not charging it.
Nope.
You're not
Okay.
doing
You guys, go ahead of me. I'll watch over here.
But, we
Come
do,
on.
but nothing else happens. We get to the end of this chamber, and it's just an empty chamber. Looks like it may have been some sort of mine that's been heavily eroded at this point. But there's nothing down that corridor except for just an empty hall.
Instant regret.
Coming up this way. We have a couple of chambers.
Oh, are we going up there?
Yeah,
There's
this is
nothing on the one.
when we get to about here. Does anyone speak Orc?
No.
All right, so when we get to right about there, we can hear. This is where the soft glow is coming from. It's from around this corner, and we hear several agitated people. Looks like they are in some sort of an argument. And they are speaking a guttural language that apparently none of us can understand.
Well, we either want to investigate that, figure out if that's where.
Was it a 3 or 4?
4. There are 4 distinct voices in there.
Sorry, yeah, I meant which room. Is it the one marked as
Oh,
3?
yeah, the room marked 4, yeah.
Oh, okay. Might as well get going there. I'm not really sure we'll find much, but hey.
Go up to 4, or we're going to talk about going over to 3?
3 is empty.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 looks like it is probably outfitted for some sort of guest when they arrive, but there's no one in there at the moment.
Okay. They might know our language, or one of the ones that we know,
And
so we can at least try and attempt to talk to them.
The same for 5 as well. 5 is also like some sort of dignitary chambers. Okay, so are we just going to walk into this room where there are these 4 arguing parties?
Sure.
We're on that decision.
I can try.
dropping my torch, just so you know.
Well, why don't we have one person hang back with a torch, and then I can kind of stealth up and take a quick look-see.
Okay.
Well, we already know what's happening. Might as well just go talk to them.
Well, none of us can speak the language that they're speaking.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't
None of us
necessarily
can
mean that they
understand.
don't know the language we know.
I mean,
I
you
can
could take that
find
chance.
out how many people there are.
Yeah, at the very
You
least.
said there's 4
We
of
should
them.
at least
We can do
do
4
some
people.
reconnaissance.
What happens if there's a 5th person and he's just staying there silently?
Point.
Well, there could be a million what ifs. So
Okay. I mean, we can do whatever you guys want.
Well, let's go ahead and head up there. And is it Luque that has stealth?
I have stuff.
I have stealth, but I don't have proficiency in it.
Okay.
Just have like
Check
a
out
dex.
some point to try it.
So how about the person with proficiency in stealths? And then the 3 clinkers, as it were,
Yeah,
walks up there.
that's a good
Okay.
idea.
Which means whoever drops their
Stealth
torch.
away from the group.
Okay, well, I'm going to hand my torch to one of you guys then. And then, so 3 and, okay, so in number 4 is where we hear all the talking, correct?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
All right, so I guess we'll all move up, and then I'll stealth up ahead.
Yeah, that's sufficiently far enough behind. Yeah. So make me a stealth check.
Good night.
Yeah.
Dang,
Oh,
I'm on
one
fire.
So you get up here
I
and
am
peek around the
running
corner
around.
here. Right. So while the tunnels are not lit, in the recesses of this room, there are low burning braziers that cast areas of dim light. In the middle here, there is an overturned table. It looks like there are some sort of game pieces, like dice and some cards. And 2 of these guys are arguing vigorously. You can't tell specifically what they are saying, but they're probably in some sort of an argument over a game. Maybe one of them is accusing the other one of cheating or something. And the other 2 are laughing hysterically. They think this is just great fun. And they are half-orcs. They are half-orcs.
Okay, they probably do know. Well, they might know. They might know Darian. I don't know.
Okay. And do I see anything else other than these 4 guys?
Yeah, it's like equipped for them. They're like straw mats and some dried meats and fresh fruits that berries that they've collected. Like this is just their living quarters for these 4 guys.
Okay. And there's nobody else but these 4 guys?
Nobody but these 4.
Okay. I'm gonna stealth back to the group and hold up 4 fingers.
Well, I don't even know if we can see you.
I'm back in the light. I'm back in the light with you.
First
guys.
off, he's in a light, and I have predator vision on his ass.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's walk
Okay.
up. That's fine.
Yeah.
So 4
so
fingers.
4 fingers, 4 of them, and so let's go.
Okay.
I'm gonna let's do this.
Scaredly just goes around the corner.
Yes.
You can stay behind. It's okay.
I'm gonna take out my shield.
I don't know where that came from. It could have been them.
Okay, so the light comes into range, and then they see that they have intruders. They start shouting in Orcish. What are we going to do?
I'll try and talk to them in the languages I know, which is Larian and Draconic. If they can't answer, then I don't know.
Or, try to talk to them in common.
Common will be
the
Toulon.
commonest language is one with Larian.
The local common is Toulon, and they speak Toulon. They speak Orcan Toulon. Right, so they want to know why you've come here. Have you brought new assets for the master, or do you offer one of you as a prize? You don't wear the markings of other visitors.
Well, we came looking for a missing person, and we found this cave.
What missing person would that be?
Some cleric.
You're going to describe Friar Rybald?
Yeah.
He's the one that Prazul keeps shouting about as being an apostate that denies Kairos the true assets of the dead. That had to be stopped. Yeah, we brought him here. Say again.
Is he some kind of god then, Kairos? You saying?
Yeah. We don't know a lot about Kairos. We're here mainly because Prazul's such a good provider. He's an earner, and we've joined his crew. We were kind of outcast in our orc tribe in the Farwood, and they don't really like half orcs there. They're more of a pure orc type place. So we've hooked up with him, and he's been good to us. Yeah.
Who's this guy? What's his name?
His name is Prazul. Here, I'll put it in here.
Prazul. It's the guy they're following.
Yeah. Prazul. He's like you guys. Well, most of you guys, anyway. He's a human, right? Which we're half human. We're half orc and half human, but he's a different human. He's much more violent and orc-like than normals, and he has this bizarre fascination with he's tried to explain Kairos to us, and all we know is that once we're dead, we'll live forever in some capacity because Kairos will ensure that. But that's
like zombies. You'll be brainless. Well, I mean, I think there are other kinds of undead.
Yeah, not all undead are brainless. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So would that explain the 4 zombies at the front?
Yeah. He had a visitor yesterday who took the bodies that we had and made the zombies out of them and put them there to protect the entrance. And apparently there's someone coming special to take care of this priest who keeps fresh bodies from becoming undead. Apparently that's a pretty big crime in the eyes of Kairos. That he sees.
So becoming undead like those zombies is a crime to this.
Has he communicated to the friar before?
Has Prazul communicated with the friar?
Yeah, previous to the kidnapping, I suppose.
No, what appeared to set him off was the first batch of zombies, or the first batch of bodies that we brought in, were prevented from becoming zombies by the visitor. He has these visitors who can turn bodies into zombies. And the first batch, when he just arrived here about a week or 10 days ago, he could not turn into zombies because this friar had cast some spell when they were buried to keep them from being polluted, keep them from being corrupted and undead.
Yeah, but the question I'm asking is if he wasn't like aware that that was the case, that he was intentionally going against what this guy Prozel wants to happen. Because if it isn't, then it seems a bit. You could just ask him to stop.
Well, yeah, we're not privy to what Prazul and the apostate talked about. Yeah.
Can we talk to him then?
Yeah, if you'll lay down your weapons, we'll take you to him. We're not going to take you.
No. Why would anyone do that?
Well, why would I take you armed to the boss? He would probably likely be upset about that.
Well, okay, but you're armed, and if I lay down my arms, I'll be in a disadvantage.
Well, I tell you what, we'll just all go together. How's that?
Sounds like a potentially better idea. Can't say I'd be willing to part with my weapon.
Yeah, well, there's two ways that could go. So, for example, one, we agree with whatever this Prozol guy is, and we make friends. Then we don't have to go into combat, and that's fine. Or
So
two,
the more merrier.
or two, we do, and we have to fight two encounters in one. Or I guess we could, at that point, we'd have to sort of leave and then start again. But either one, I don't mind.
Like I said.
But whatever you guys want, I'm open to both of those.
I'm open to either option.
Yeah, pretty much same here. I don't know. We have
So
one of us that's
choices.
deathly afraid of that other passageway.
Yeah. I'm also deathly afraid of the idea of this going into the worst case scenario.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Well,
we did find who we were looking for, I think.
Yeah, well, we know where he's located. But there's just something that I would. So basically, either we agree with the guy, we don't have to fight him. If not, we have to fight these guys now, and then we can talk to him. I don't mind.
Well, we don't know where he's at.
He's going to be in this cave somewhere. It's irrelevant where he is. We can find him.
All right. Well, I guess the better question is, are we all going to participate?
What do you mean
going in this room?
I don't know. You mean by participate? What do you mean go into the room?
Yeah, the one we're like right next to. You know,
Where the 4 half orcs are.
Yeah.
Let's just go ahead and.
If you want to,
I wanted to take the advantage on the situation of there not being any third order and immediately transform into my true form.
Okay.
You're what's it now?
Essentially, I become a fox humanoid instantly. And I would like to just use intimidation with my increasing stance of being much taller and much less human to demand them to let us through without them following us. This is my only opportunity to try and do something crazy, so.
Okay.
Can I
So-
help? 'Cause I'm good at it.
I don't think you would have been
Yeah, would
prepared
it be
for
allowed
that.
to help?
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. All right. So that's going to provoke them to violence. And I guess we'll go into initiative at that point. But you will be in your hybrid form.
So what, like a fox were? I don't even know what that would be called.
Essentially,
Or
it's just referred to
where
as
fox
a
is.
Ooh,
it's a vulpine humanoid.
Yeah, it's
that 20.
a were fox. Also, just a question, Dan. So there's like half orcs, half elves. Is there a half dragonborn? Does that exist?
Dragonborn.
I don't
I mean,
know.
there would have to be a designed
so-
class for it,
So
but
could there not be a half halfling or a half dwarf? A half
half halfling would actually be a gnome.
Well, no, they're different. They're different races, though. Is the point? They're created by different gods.
Well, I mean that right then it just sort of becomes this idea of what a mutt is. I mean, a halfling, if you want to really look at it, is a gnome and a human, more so than it would be
Well,
like a dwarf and a human, just because of.
No, the point is, like, from an
Variance.
evolutionary perspective, for DNA, like,
Oh, God.
there's
Anyways.
they're different.
Oh boy.
It is Zell's
All right, so-
turn. It is Zell's turn.
Oh, wow. Look at those Anish. All right, so, wait. Are we missing
Yeah,
an orc?
No, we're not.
No,
He's
it-
right behind you.
Oh,
He went first.
look at that.
He moved up on the monster who
Yep.
just appeared in his midst.
Sweet.
Yep,
Well, I'm
he
going to
is-
go
he is
and
not
move
lost.
right there. And I'm going to swing at his fuzzy rear.
That hits. Anything else from Zell?
No, that was a move and a swing.
Okay. All right, so this one moves to there, and that triggers the first one's ready to action. So he is going to attack the werefox or the foxware or whatever we're calling it. But he misses, and then the second one will attack the same. 21 to hit the foxware for 7 piercing. And I need a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Shit.
Okay, so you are held, so you're paralyzed at the moment. But you can attempt that saving throw again at the end of each of your turns. Yeah, I said a 15. I'm sorry, it's actually a 14, just so you know.
14.
Yeah.
It doesn't change much.
And,
Yeah.
well, this one can't get on the monster, so he will move up here and attack one of the 2 people in front of him. Hello. So he is going to attack Zor. 17 misses Zorzro, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's also yeah.
And it is Zorzro's turn.
I'll attack the one Zell did. 15 for 13.
Okay. 15 for 13.
13 damage, yeah.
So it looks like he should go unconscious, but he summons up his innate orcishness and fights on.
Hmm.
Okay, so this one will move up. Oh, he's going to, seeing how hard it was to hit Zorjo, he's going to try to hit Andrew instead. But I believe a 14 misses Andrew.
Yep.
And it will be Andrew's turn.
Okay. I am going to shield bash the orc behind me, the one in the center.
Okay. This one?
Nope.
No, the one in between us all.
Oh, the one.
Yeah, the one in between us all.
Okay, he succeeds.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to, I guess, yeah, I'm just going to attack him with my longsword then.
Okay. They're wearing scale mail, by the way. All right, so that'll take care of the final hit point there.
Oh, they're wearing scale mail, you say?
All right, so at the end of Lukai's turn, let's try that DC 14 Wisdom saving throw to end the paralysis.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
This
Zale's
is going to be
turn.
difficult for me.
Well, I am going to attempt to move into the defense of Lukai and swing at the orc in front of him.
13 will not quite hit them. They're on plus 14.
Dang. What a bummer.
Right, so he's going to attack the paralyzed guy.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a 15 to hit Lukai.
It doesn't hit. I
Okay.
have 17 even after the -1, so.
What's the -1 from?
From the plants that essentially cut up my armor a bit.
Oh, right. I forgot about that, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, right, so this one is going to... I guess he's going to attack... He could attack either one. He's going to attack... who is that? It's Andrew. So he's going to attack Andrew. A 20 to hit Andrew.
Ow.
For 11 piercing, and then I need a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
DC what?
DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
All right, so Andrew is paralyzed as well. Zorzo's turn.
I was unlucky. Has anything been hit yet?
None of these have been hit yet.
I guess I'll start with the one who just the pebble dusted one. 20 for 8.
Okay. Anything else from Giorgio?
That's it.
Okay, this one will attack. He'll attack the paralyzed Andrew, but he will miss. He's going to go ahead and move around here. Andrew, at the end of your turn, you get to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw to end the paralysis. You are no longer paralyzed. Luke Gay, at the end of your turn, you get to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw to end the paralysis.
I'm back.
Still paralyzed. Okay, and it is Zell's turn.
All right. Let's see. Got that one.
I got too greedy with my dexterity. I feel like that
I'm guessing the one on the right is bloodied?
Right, correct.
Or really? Okay. It's gonna move me out of his range. I can't get over there. Okay. So I'm going to attack the one that's attacking Lukai.
Okay.
Try to, anyways.
Looking for a 14.
Miss.
Luke is still paralyzed, right? All right, so he will attack. Actually, he's going to attack Zell at this point, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
So let's see. But he misses. Right?
Yes.
This one, let's see. No one is paralyzed anymore, so he's just going to attack Andrew. The 13 misses. Zorzo's turn. The dice even out, right?
Yeah, eventually.
12 will miss. Yeah. So this one will attack the Great Weapon Master, Zell there. Got big guy swinging a big thing. So a 20 to hit Zell for 3 piercing. And a DC 13 wisdom saving, or 14 wisdom saving throw from Zell.
Hopefully you're wiser than me.
Ha!
You are.
And it is Andrew's turn.
All right, I'm gonna shield bash the one that's attacking Lukai.
$23.
You can make that on a 20. Nope. All right, so he is prone.
All right, and then I'm gonna sword slash him.
How much damage did I take? 3?
3, yes. 18. Okay, he's bloodied now. Anything else from Andrew?
Nope, that's everything I can do.
Okay, it is Lukai's turn.
All right. This is the one that's not going to be it.
Zell's turn.
That's what happens
All
when
right.
you're not a very wise guy.
And
guess
this
he
guy...
He's too shaken up.
It's
Yeah. The
not
one
shaking up. I
attacking-
just can't push off this fucking paralysis.
Yeah. So the one attacking Captain Paralysis, he's prone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this one's prone. 19 will hit. Looks like he should go unconscious, but he summons up his innate orcishness to fight on. All right, so he will stand up and try to hit Zell back. So he crits Zell for 13.
Wait, what?
He crits Zell for 13.
He took its first roll dice, doubled it, and then added the 1. That's why it became 13. Actually, no. 14.
It's 8 plus 5.
Yeah, it's 8 plus
Oh.
5. Yeah.
Okay.
So it looks like Zell goes unconscious.
Yeah, I guess I'm confused by the numbers that are being rolled on your thing there.
Right,
So the spear is a 7, 24. Those are the attack rolls. So
Yeah.
on the left is the normal one, and if it's disadvantage or advantage, you choose, the highest or the lowest. And then 4, the damage, which is 8 or 5.
Right. So
The 5 is being the crit.
So he's got a 7 and a 24. If he doesn't have advantage or disadvantage, you would ignore the 24, and just the 7 would be the attack roll. But he has advantage because of pack tactics. Right? So he gets the 7 and the 24 and takes the highest, which is the 20, which is a crit. Right? And then on the damage, right? If he doesn't have advantage or disadvantage, you ignore the 5. Just take the 8. Right? But if he doesn't have a crit, then you just take the 8. But because he has a crit, you add the extra damage from the extra D10. So he's got it. All right. So Zell goes unconscious, and that's And it will be this one's turn, so he's going to attack. He can attack either one. He's going to attack Andrew. 19 to hit Andrew.
Yep, it does.
Okay, and Andrew goes unconscious.
Yep.
Zorzo's turn.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna delay my turn for when it's like just before Andrew's, and then I'll get him up with 1 point.
Okay. So this one's going to attack Zorzo. Oh, going to crit Zorzo for 7 points.
Yeah.
And then it will be, that'll trigger your ready to action. So Andrew comes up with 1 point.
Go kill him. There's 2 of them that can be one shot.
Yep. So it's my turn.
I believe.
All right. Both are up. I'm going to, I guess, knock down prone the one by Luke.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to anyways.
Okay. He resists your shield bash.
How?
Roll a 19.
He's got a 22. You got a 21?
Oh, shit.
You have a 21?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you already rolled. I didn't see that. All right. Then I'm going to stab him, I guess.
Okay. He's only got 1 hit point. He's just hanging on because of his orcishness. Into Luke Gay's turn. We need a wisdom save.
All right, let's just go ahead and get this over with. You can't rely on me.
Will you ever get out the save?
Whenever it comes to wisdom saves, I have never been good, so I have horrible wisdom saves.
Okay, so Zell, do you know what a death save is?
I know what second wind is.
All right, so whenever you are unconscious, you are bleeding out, right? And you have to make what's called a death save, and it's just a straight D20 with no modifiers. On a 10 or a better, then you recover a little bit and possibly stop the bleeding. Less than a 10, and your bleeding goes on. So if you get 3 successes or 3 failures, you will either stabilize or you will die. Right? So just roll a straight D20.
Or you can click on the death saves wording on your character sheet.
Yeah, there's also a death save on your character sheet. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I can't use second wind?
No.
You're unconscious.
No, you're unconscious.
Dang.
You have no use of ability.
Got a 2.
Okay, so that's yeah. So you're 1/3 of the way to death at that point.
Woo!
Wait, so I guess he's going to try to knock Andrew unconscious again. A 16 to hit Andrew. I think that misses, right?
Yes, thankfully.
Zorzo's turn.
So 1 more hit, and I'll delay my turn again because I'll actually, yeah. Oh, well, actually, no, I could delay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I'll do. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so this one is going to. I guess he's going to attack. He's going to attack Andrew. They're going to try to reduce your numbers. He misses, and then it'll be Andrew's turn.
All right. I'm going to try to knock down the one in front of me. The one that has the 3 circles on it.
Okay, he's at 19. All right, so he resists.
Yeah, no. Yep. And then I'm going to stab him.
24 for 6, that'll hit. Yeah. I don't know why I have a radon on him. He was not even. He was just barely bloody. Okay. Anything else from Andrew?
Nope, that's all I can do.
Okay, wisdom save from Lukai.
Oh,
Hey!
thank
there we go.
God.
Hooray!
I'm stabilized and standing.
The best toy person ever.
Would I have my bonus action still?
No, it occurs at the very end of your turn. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
All right, so I think we're going to heal Zell for a point, right? My understanding, before his turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Zell wakes up with a point. Now you can bonus.
Woo!
Now you can second wind as a bonus action. So.
All right, so how do I activate that for my character sheet?
You
What
don't
you
use
can instead do is roll since you're the same as me, pretty much you roll 1d10 and then add 1 to it.
Yeah.
Boop. Hey, I get a 5.
You
And
get
just so
5.
you know, that 1 is because of your character level. So,
Yeah.
I know that much.
fighter level.
okay.
Yeah,
And then you
All
have
right.
your regular action too. So first you're going to grab your weapon and stand up, and then I'm assuming you're going to attack the guy.
Oh, yeah, no, most assuredly, I'm going to smack the fuck out of it. Hey! I hope the 24 hits him.
Yes. Well, he's going to attack Andrew. They're going to keep trying to reduce their number, but a 10 will miss. It is Zorzo's turn.
I'll attack the bloodied one. 20 for 6 damage.
Okay, so now his orcishness kicks in. He would go unconscious, but he's a half-orc.
Ow.
So he's going to try to hit Zorzo. I guess they've decided to give up on it. Misses. Andrew's turn.
All right, gonna try to do the whole same thing to the same guy.
Okay. All right, so you succeed. So he is prone now.
All right, I'm gonna attack him.
Okay. And he only has 1 hit point because he's an orc, half orc. All right. Lukai, I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
I just got up, though, earlier.
Yeah, this is a
That's
different
something
thing.
different.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a different thing. Gotcha. Okay.
You're going to be re-paralyzed, don't worry.
Yay.
Right, so you shake off the effects of the paralysis, but you seem confused as to what to do and waste your turn doing nothing.
Okay.
It will be
Like a
Zell's
stupid
turn.
mind paralysis.
Sweet. And for the big money winner, does 12 drop him?
No. Zorzo's turn. He's bloodied, though. It's probably
19 for 9 damage.
okay. Now he's at 1 hit point. He's going to attack Andrew just out of spite. 23 for 5,
Ooh.
Go down.
and he won't make it another round. He's got 1 hit point left. So someone.
I'll get up again.
Each one of these guys has a potion of healing, by the way. So.
Oh, legit.
That's good.
Let's get, what's his name back up?
Yeah, I have lay on hands. I give him a point.
Andrew. Yeah.
Woo!
So there's a potion. There's 4 potions of healing, 1 on each one.
All right.
I feel like I missed something. Where'd he go?
He died.
He died.
He dropped like a bad habit.
Yeah. He stabbed blindly at Andrew, and then the exertion.
Oh, okay.
The
Then bled
exertion
out.
took its toll.
Okay. That makes sense now.
Cool. So, what do we roll for healing?
I think it's
Have any of you got hit die left?
1d10 for potion?
Well,
No, it's 2d4 plus 2 healing potions.
I feel like we should take a short rest.
Whoops. Hold up.
Okay, have any of you got hit die left?
I do.
Oof.
I do, technically.
There we go.
so,
All right. So 2d4.
If you want to consume the healing potion, then it's 2d. 2d4 plus 2.
All right.
Okay, so we got two things going on here, just to be clear. You can take a short rest, and then you can spend hit dice. So you have one hit die at first level. You would roll a d10 plus your Constitution modifier, and that d10 is going to vary upon your class. But everybody here, I think, is a d10. And then you add your Constitution modifier, and you recover those hit points. And then we also have 4 potions of healing. Each one of those does 2d4 plus 2 if you want to consume a potion of healing.
Oh, plus 2. Dang. Okay.
2d4
I am
plus 2.
going to take my short rest.
Okay, so these orcs are a carrier of a disease. This can happen either before or after the short rest. It's up to you. But sometime during the short rest, I need a...
I didn't know we were... Well, I want to go ahead and use my second one before the short rest, yada yada.
Yeah. You should always use your short one. So I need a Constitution saving throw from everybody. So Zorjo takes 3. So does Andrew. Is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Luke-I, clean sweep.
Boom.
Yeah. Right. So no one.
Wait, everyone has advantage on the saving throw too, because I have proficiency in medicine.
There you go. Yeah. So everybody takes 3 points of necrotic damage from this very mild form of the flu, apparently. And
Good.
So
right.
what you're saying is I go down again. I had 1 hit point.
So 8. So I recover.
This could be before or after, man. I mean,
yeah, it's up
There
to
we
you.
go.
Yeah, you can have
But I preferred before.
yeah.
Why
Okay.
would you prefer
Yeah.
before?
If we're all just taking 3 damage, then
Yep. I'm back up to max.
That's good.
The reason
the only way I could mess up this hit dice for rest is if I roll a 1. Okay.
Yeah, let's go consumer.
All right. So we are going to go deeper into the cave. Is that right?
I'm going to actually check the quality of the splint armor that they're wearing.
It's they're wearing scale mail, not splint.
Or scale mail, sorry.
Yeah.
Scale mail.
It's medium armor. There's nothing exceptional about it.
Is it? Scale mail used to be kind of heavy.
You know, scale mail is armor class 14.
What it is essentially it's medium armor. It has a 14 plus dex modifier with
Plus 2.
a disadvantage.
Okay. What about the spears? What are we looking at here?
That's biz.
Yeah,
Wait,
those
is the
spears.
scale mail still in good condition, by the way?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, then I'd like to just. Would I be able to switch with them? It's It's a medium-sized armor, yeah. Would I be able to switch out?
What do you have now?
I currently have the chainmail armor, which is 16, but it doesn't give me any bonuses.
Well, you'd be the same though, right? It's
Yeah, it'd be the same.
No, actually.
Yeah, unless you've
Actually,
got
it
some
has
sort of feat.
it has a 14. So yeah, it would be the same. However, it would drop that strength requirement for me, which would be nice.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have a problem with taking scale
I
mail.
wouldn't have this -1 on me.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, fair point.
Yeah, so overall, switching out the scale mail and my chain mail would be beneficial for me.
Yeah, you can take during the short rest. You can switch out, put on some of their scale mail. Yeah.
That's where I took the necrotic damage.
Mm-hmm.
Loin region.
Okay, so
do they have anything else on them?
No, not. You mean as far as treasure goes, or that sort of thing? Not really.
Treasure or equipment?
Yeah, no. Just the potions of healing, which we've already gotten.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you go to?
Do we know offhand that the spears were coated in a one-use poison?
It was a one-use magic effect by an artificer. An artificer can infuse a mundane weapon with a spell, and then
It's a pretty powerful one, especially if it can leave you dazed after coming out from it.
No, that's from the.
that's a different. That's something
The
else.
whispering thing.
Yeah, that's
okay.
that's the product of the curse. Yeah.
It's because you rolled so badly.
Gotcha. It's because of that 0 I rolled. God damn.
All right. So this room here, number 6, is a much. It is equipped for one person, right? Looks much more comfortable. Has better furnishings than the others, but it is empty at the moment. And then you can tell
anything on the tables or anything.
We could fill it up with something.
Yeah. So there are various treaties written in Larian that you would know, you would be able to understand. And it is predicting the return of the worms that walk, which is an ancient deity of death, who the theology of Kairos is that everything is a lie except for the truth that the only way towards immortality is to become undead. Right? That all this.
But this is untrue.
Okay, I'm not saying you have to agree with the theology. That's his theology.
But I mean, even for a god though, that's blatantly untrue. Like, for example, there are blessings which just give you immortality.
I mean, zombies. Let's look at them. Like, do they rot away? Do they die over a period of time? They can lay and wait for centuries, possibly, if they have enough food sustainment.
Well, I mean, technically, my greatsword is bad for their health.
Yeah.
I mean, there are beings in the universe like Empyreans. They are just naturally immortal. Nothing about them.
But yes, that is true. Yeah.
I mean, if you really want to hear some real BS, I mean, my race technically supposed to be the equivalent of an immortal, but it's just so bloated. I don't agree with it.
So anyway,
I mean, really, you could look at anything.
Well, it seems that we're missing someone in this room.
And you can also
you could just go to the astral plane.
Yeah, the astral plane, you don't age. Yeah. And also amongst the documents and the research, it is clear that Kairos, who hasn't been seen for millennia, has been working on empowering undead. And you would have realized, if any of you had tried to use radiant damage, that the zombies were actually immune to radiant damage.
Wow.
Yeah. And also cannot be turned. They have turn immunity, and they are immune to radiant damage. Yeah. So this
so clear would have been useless.
So Prozul, Prozul is not sure if that is just a universal trait that he's been able, or if it was the product of the particular visiting priest who created his those zombies for him. But it was very impressive. It seems like Kairos has spent the past several thousand years figuring out the weaknesses of undead and then trying to deliberately engineer new undead who no longer have those weaknesses to try and create a new wave of immortal, powerful undead. And
that doesn't sound too pleasant.
No.
And you can also there's also so Prozul is like at the bottom of this cult structure. He's like the field soldier who's just out here to gather bodies and funnel resources up the chain. The one he answers to, the guy who actually created the zombies, is named Gazul. And that may not be his own name. That seems like I don't know if I were a human woman, I would name my baby Gazul. but that is his. He is a human variant who is a priest within the cult, and Razul does not appear to know where he is located. Down here, it seems like this is going to be opening up into a large chamber. And we still haven't found the friar.
Well,
Pretty much cleared out the rest of the areas then.
Yeah.
I guess it's the only place we have to go to.
yep. We gotta go find that friar. Friar Tuckman needs our help.
Okay, so this large chamber, let me get everybody kind of towards,
Oh.
this large chamber has near the entrance, so like right here, let me get Prazul over here. There's a human with a sturdy frame and a haughty bearing that wears fine but dark clothing. He has the friar bound at his feet before what appears to be a makeshift chamber. And he says, I presume this is the reason you've come, that this apostate has convinced you that he is of some value to your clan and tribe. But he has come at cross purposes with what will eventually be the one true power of the universe. And we have claimed him as our prisoner to do with as we may. And I don't know what that will be exactly, but I am duty bound to hold him until those who I answer to will come and either deal with him here or take him to some other location for some sort of special treatment. But I will give you this one-time offer of graciousness and let you turn and leave. And it is not every day that I feel so magnanimous.
And it's just him and the friar?
Yeah, just him and the friar. There's an altar here to Kairos. Looks like this is probably going to be turned into some sort of a large worship chamber, but he's only been here 10 days, right? So he's only just getting started on it. What are my passive investigations amongst you guys?
Passive wisdom?
Passive investigation. So if you have a high intelligence or if you're proficient in investigation.
No.
No.
Nope.
Okay, that's fine.
Can I how close can I get without him being annoyed?
He'll let you approach him, yeah. As long as you don't try to.
Oh, okay.
As long as you don't make any intentional motions towards the friar.
Sure. Yeah, I just wanted to do a divine sense. I don't think there's it doesn't require me to do anything. I just want to see if there's any undead within, or things or celestials within 60 feet.
No, there are not. There are no.
Okay, so it's just that I was on him, at least in the close vicinity. Okay. Well, I will explain. I don't think turning everything undead is really going to be a sustainable future. Not a very fun one for anyone.
You know what? I'm going to say that your divine sense. So it doesn't detect any creatures, but there is like a pervasive aura throughout the chamber. It seems to be.
Oh yeah, it also does consecrated or desecrated, as if with hallow or something.
Yeah, so something along those lines. There's some sort of a abjuration in effect in the area.
Okay. It's not good, but I don't really know what that means.
Well, you're not a wizard.
Something like that.
So we've confirmed that this is indeed the friar that we're looking for.
This is the friar you're looking for. Yes. And
Does the guy with, I'm assuming, the sacrificial knife, does he look particularly dangerous, or is he just more of an unassuming type?
he seems quite confident. He has a noble bearing about him. He carries a rapier and wears breastplate, if that makes any difference.
Oh.
Breastplate. Is that? Nah, it's not good.
It's a base of 15 plus
It's
up to
not
2.
helpful.
Yeah, plus up to 2 dex.
Oh, that's 14. Half plate has 15.
Or 14, yeah. So, and then, he might have a fighting style or something like that on top of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't really agree with his apology.
I'll let y'all decide, because last time my choice wasn't exactly the wisest.
I think this guy needs to die. Or at least be knocked unconscious.
Yeah. How close is he to the friar right now?
Standing over him. Yeah.
Oh. Well.
Hold on, let me check something.
I can't say we were
So
necessarily.
that guy right there is just essentially.
Is he holding like any weapons right now?
Yeah, he has a rapier.
Ah.
Hmm.
Well,
This is awkward.
I think we should just fight him.
yeah, I think we're gonna have to go for it because
And
we
a
need
dash,
to try to get
is a
the
dash
friar.
a full action or just a regular action?
It's usually full action unless you've got some class
Full
feature.
Yeah, then no.
Or
Okay,
breaks
it's just a full action. I suppose then.
I don't think I'm going to convince him to not turn the world into zombies.
I'll just
No.
walk up a little bit more out into the open area.
Sorry, we can move.
Just essentially, I don't have like my hand on my weapon yet or anything. I'm just walking up and essentially saying, "Is there no way that I could convince you otherwise to let this man go that wouldn't end in violence?"
Violence or no, I can't be convinced to let him go. Right? He is an anathema to my fundamental belief system, and he must be utterly purified for his heresy. Yeah.
Well, are you willing to change that? The worldview you have? Or are you just
Why would I change my worldview? It is correct and has served me to great effect so far in my 26 years.
Well, how is it? Well, it's just undead. What's so great about undead?
Well, I hope to eventually become, one of the higher undeads, maybe a vampire. Don't have the propensity to become anything like a lich, as I don't have the talent for casting. But I entertain the reward as some sort of a immortal higher.
Why do you think that's a good thing?
Why do you think you would get a reward?
Why are vampires sexy? I don't know. They just are.
I didn't use those words.
You're putting words in my mouth, mister.
I don't think it being under so the form you're in now. Don't you think that's enough? Why would you want to change into something it would be less? Don't you think?
Well,
you're losing life.
Certainly, I'm healthy and virile today, but I mean, even if I manage to live, to be an old age of say 40 or 45, right? It'll be the toll of life will be punishing. I'll be injured and scarred, whereas I could live as a beautiful creature of the night, imposing my will on those lesser creatures who I happen to encounter, never aging.
Can I just point out something real quick? You do realize that the odds of living forever means that you will be trapped in a mine shaft at some point, and you can't get out.
I hadn't thought of that. I guess I'll have to make sure that I have plenty of minions to make sure that doesn't happen.
No, you don't understand. If you live infinitely forever, there's no escaping it. You will be trapped somewhere where you can't get out. Because eventually, you're going to run out of minions, or eventually you'll not be able to get out of it.
I guess that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Okay, side question. Is there a charge attack that I can do?
Not really. You can do it. There's a thing called an overrun that you can do. But
actually, hey, say if I used my dashing, would that be able to get me there at least quickly enough before he tries to make an attack?
Against you?
If I use my dash. No, against his captive.
Well, he's probably not going to kill. He doesn't want to kill the captive.
Yeah, he doesn't. He wants to keep the friar alive, as near as you can tell. Right, that the friar is a trophy he intends to present to the ones he answers to. He would only kill the friar. I don't think he would even out of spite. I think he would.
I was thinking more out of terms of making us back down to threaten to kill him or something.
Yeah, he hasn't made that threat.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go get him.
That kind of changes it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to definitely run right after him. Then.
Okay. We will go into initiative then.
Hey, I got a 15.
Right, so as soon as the hostilities break out, you notice what were apparently nearly invisible things, like runes on the floor, release an energy around him. Let's see. Yeah, 2, 3, 4 of them.
Oh, wow. He's up there.
Well, he had some spell glyphs in place for this eventuality.
Yeah, he did.
What is... Oh. I keep forgetting that you're using the scimitar, man.
And,
Tiny.
Okay. And then, a fifth one from Luke. I need a wisdom saving throw.
A what?
A wisdom saving throw from Luke.
Oh, okay. You cut off.
It's your favorite one.
No, you succeed. Yeah, you succeed. And it is Zorzo's turn.
I'll move up to him and hit him.
Okay.
12. No, it doesn't.
No, a 12 does not hit him. He's armor class 15.
He has a nice armor.
He's armor class what now?
15.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so on initiative count 20, a dark light spotlights Andrew Waltz, and I need a DC 13 dexterity saving throw. I'm sorry, 14. Okay. Dexterity, DC 14 dexterity saving throw. Okay. You take take 3 points of radiant damage. And the same thing from Zell. DC 14 dexterity saving throw.
Oh, I thought he was just going to get an audience.
All right, so you completely
Andrew,
avoid.
didn't we rest up earlier?
I rolled very poorly on my hit die.
Oh, okay then.
That's why I wanted to do it. Take the damage before the rest.
Okay, so he turns around and attacks the only one who's there with him. A 17 to hit Zorzo.
Next, 19.
Okay, and it is Andrew's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna drink my potion. And
Good plan.
that'll be it.
Okay, Zell's turn.
Let me see. He is. Here, let me zoom in.
That right there, where you were pointing at, is exactly 30. So.
Whoops. I am. There we go. Okay. Yeah. All right, here. And I'm gonna take a swing. And a miss.
Okay, Lukai, I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
All right. See if I can actually man up. 14.
You do, yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I'll go ahead, position myself right there with my entire movement, and attempt my own. I'm gonna start trying to take a little tip from Andrew. Try to use my shield to bash him down.
Do you have Shield Master?
Oh no, is that what that is?
Yeah,
specifically?
that's Shield
Okay.
Master.
Nope. I'll just slash him. I'll just stab him because I have a shield. I don't have shield mastery.
Right.
Yeah, it's just something you get with the feat.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll just try to stab at him. Nope.
Okay. Zorzo's turn.
25 for 13.
Okay. From Andrew, I need a DC 14 dexterity saving throw.
Is it only targeting me, or is it targeting multiple people?
And then I also need it from Lukai.
All right.
Is the wisdom saving throw?
No, this is dexterity saving throw. Yeah. This is Sacred
Okay.
Flame. Something it's an environmental effect that goes off on.
Okay.
Okay, so Lukai succeeds, but Andrew suffers 5 points of radiant damage. Oh, he's going to switch away and.
No, hit me. I want you to.
So he will try to hit Lukai instead. Sees him bathed in the radiance of Caius, or the darkness of Caius, and says, "That's the one I'm going to hit." But he misses.
Thankfully.
And it is Andrew's turn.
All right. Probably gonna go down next turn anyway, so why not? YOLO. Hashtag. I'm gonna shield bash him in the face and then stab him.
Okay.
That's rough. What's his athletics?
Right, so he's got a 23, so he succeeds.
He had an advantage on that?
He has advantage on that, yes. Yeah, one of the spell glyphs that went off gives him advantage on dexterity saving throws. Or dexterity checks, yeah.
That's not dexterity.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. He chooses whether he chooses strength.
It's an athletics check.
It can be athletics
or
check.
acrobatics, which is
It's all
An acrobatics check if he plans to roll out of its way. Athletics if he plans to resist it.
Yeah, the attacker is always using athletics, but the defender can use athletics or acrobatics. But you still have your action left. Oh, and then a 16 will hit. Yes, for 7.
Yep.
Zell's turn.
Move right there. Just cause. And
That will hit.
18 for 11.
Yeah. Anything else from Zell?
Not anything else that I can do, no.
Okay. Luke guy needs a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Let's watch that fail.
Okay, so this seems to suddenly be confusing to you, and you waste your turn doing nothing.
Okay.
Zorzro's turn.
So at least only I was affected. This would have sucked if everyone was.
Yes. So 14 will miss.
Good job taking one for the team.
Okay. So Andrew is targeted, and Zell are targeted. So I need dexterity saving throws from Andrew and Zell.
I am sorry, guys. I'm going down.
Andrew takes 2 radiant damage, and Zell takes 2 radiant damage. And it will be Andrew's turn. Oh, I'm sorry. It's his turn. All right. So let's see. Seeing Zell bathe, and he hasn't been able to hit anybody so far. He's going to attack Zell. A 12, I'm sure, misses Zell. Now it is Andrew's turn.
Okay. Well, worked once. Might as well just keep trying.
You don't have a reason not to try.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hopefully he rolls a 1.
He's got a 15.
Damn.
So.
Damn.
Close.
11 will miss.
Miss.
And it is Zell's turn.
All right. Let's go for the swing.
17 will hit.
Dang it, I wish I could see the... Oh, hey, question. One of the numbers is a 1 for the damage.
Yeah, so you can roll...
You can re-roll a d6.
Yeah, re-roll a d6.
Which won't change anything.
Nope.
That's okay. That was...
Still take 7.
Luke guy needs a wisdom saving throw.
Nope.
Again, wastes his turn doing nothing. Zorzo's turn.
At this point, just think I'm staring off at a wall.
20 for 12.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice swing.
he's bloodied now. On 20, we got Luke guy's going to be targeted, and Andrew's going to be targeted. So I need dexterity saving throws from Luke guy and Andrew. Okay. Luke guy passes, and Andrew takes 3 points of radiant damage. So I guess
I
Andrew
am
goes.
down, guys.
Andrew goes unconscious.
I am down.
Okay, so Pazul's turn. Well, he can attack anybody at this point. He's going to attack Lukai.
Okay.
16 to hit Lukai.
Does not hit. I have 18 now.
Okay. Andrew's turn.
All right.
That's a success.
That is a success. Zell's turn.
All right. Shaboinga. You miss it.
Yeah. Lukai needs a wisdom save.
I just gotta leave this open. I keep closing it. 14.
Yep, that is a success. That's exactly what you need. Is a 14.
Yeah. All right. Since I finally have a turn, I'm gonna go ahead and light up my only tail flare, which is pretty much just a blue. It's a blue flame right above my tail, and I'm going to attempt to attack with my rapier.
That hits. Yeah.
And I'm going to also use my tail flare. The tail flare's light essentially disappears, and that 4 becomes a 5. It just adds 1 damage.
Okay. Anything else from Lukai?
No, that uses up pretty much everything I cast, so except for movement.
Okay. Zorzo's turn.
Okay, I'll attack. But yeah, for great weapon fighting, you can use 2d6, then greater than, RO greater than 2, and then, or yeah, no, less than 2, sorry, and then you can do the die.
Wait, what?
I'll put it in Discord. So you change that as your weapon damage die, and it automatically does the great weapon fighting for you.
Okay, and I need dexterity saves from Zell and Zorzro.
Woo, 16.
No, that's a success.
Oh, sorry, ignore that.
That would have been a pretty sweet hit, though.
I know that would have been, yeah. That's not what I was intending to do, though.
I need a dexterity
Right, so you
save
said
from
put that in the damage die roll area?
Use that in the damage die. Yeah.
and Zorzro. I need a dexterity save.
Oh, okay, sure.
And
12.
Okay.
I got a 16.
Yeah, 16 is good, but Zorzro takes 3 points of radiant damage. All right, so then Brazil will try to attack, try to hit Zorzro. Seeing that seems to be the guidance of. He says, "Yeah, it seems like if I could have had a leg up on that, I could have critted him, but no."
Either way, I would have used my protection there. So.
Okay. Andrew did us two successes for Andrew. Zell's turn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Woo.
Okay, let me get ready for my failure.
15 hit?
Yeah, 15 is exactly what you need to hit him.
And 11 for damage.
Yeah, so you hear him kind of whispering himself. It's like, I feel the sweet embrace of death coming up on me. I need a wisdom saving throw from Lukai.
Yep, on it. Nope, not on it.
Zorzro's turn.
I will.
Zorzro, we need you to decapitate him.
Okay. 13.
No, looking for 15. Okay, so on 20, we got Zorzro and Zell need dexterity saves.
Sorry.
Oh, man, again?
Not the wrong one, but I rolled a 10.
Ah, shit.
Okay, so it looks like we both take damage that time. So here's Zorzro's damage.
Would it be Zorzro? I thought 4 was me.
No, it's because because one is unconscious. I'm rolling a d6, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then on the second roll,
okay. So
it's
now
high or
it
low.
just completely ignores Andrew. Okay.
So
That makes sense.
Giorgio takes 7, and Zell takes 8 radiant.
God.
And then Prazul, he will go ahead. Go high. He's going to try to hit Giorgio. He thinks he can do it this time. He almost, if he had. But no, he is a misguided soul.
He is.
It is Andrew's
Thank God
turn.
for this.
All right, so Andrew's stable. Zell's turn.
Don't worry about me, guys. I'm just gonna lie here.
Right. I'm gonna second wind before I attack. Which, go over here and roll this. Sweet. So I get 9. And then, whoosh, 24.
And down he goes. Yeah.
Kaboom! Can I make an extra attack against his corpse now?
Yeah.
Sweet.
How about we get Andrew up and
I'm
then
not doing
stomp
that.
him and his non-existent nuts?
All right. So
Like, we'll even get the friar in it.
We do even get the fire in.
yeah.
Oh yeah. So keep helping Andrew since I can't very much help. I'll help the friar.
I don't have medicine, but I can try to roll for it.
What? So is anyone unconscious other than?
Yeah, Andrew's the only one. Everyone.
Yeah, I
rest
get
of
him
us
with
are
their
fine.
hands.
Okay.
Are the runes still active? Actually,
No, they were spell glyphs that
They're one
discharge.
usage.
Yeah.
Okay, they were just okay. Good.
Yeah.
Thank God.
They were glyphs of warning that contained beneficial spells for when he went into combat, and one of them contained Tasha's hideous
That's
laughter.
an enhance ability. Oh, that as well.
Yeah, it was enhanced ability and guidance and long strider. And then and then the fourth one contained Tasha's hideous laughter that would hit a random.
Yeah, that would have not been very pleasant.
That buffing bastard.
And with his demise, by the way, the sacred flames stop as well, and there is like a whoosh out of the chamber, and as it seems like a presence has left now that it doesn't have its minion in place.
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's this cult of undead who teaches that that undead is the ultimate form of life that seems to have taken root. Let me show you what he has. Prazul also has a magic item that you should now be able to see. It's Odron. It's a brooch of shielding with some extra stuff on it.
It's pretty good.
And
It is pretty nice.
yeah, what we'll do is we'll just keep this in an inventory, and we will just attune to them as desired at the beginning of a session.
Okay. Yeah, we can mark that in our bio section of our character sheet.
It's in the journal anyway.
Yeah, it'll stay in this journal tab. Yeah, it'll persist here.
Okay.
But there is something I do want you to add because this may come up again. You are in the notes somewhere on your character sheet, so that if it ever comes up, you should be friends of the. What is it? Let me read it.
Drow?
Well, it's not just the drow. You are a friend of the Drow Reclamation, which is the females trying to reassert themselves if you had attacked the drow, you would have been friends of the drow revolution, which is the male who have asserted themselves. So.
Yeah, but the female didn't attack, so, you know.
They have some reasonality, but I think it's only because we're not drow male.
Well, yeah. That, and we didn't exactly, come out with weapons drawn or anything, so.
Okay, so
yeah, actually, before I help the friar, I'm going back into human form, just to note.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea.
Yep.
And do we want to take a short rest?
well, this is we will be able to take the friar back to town and take a long rest. And this is let me get you your XP though. So we got 25 for the drow, 25, and this is each. For the snakes, 25. The stampede, we dealt with that very effectively. That was 25. All these are CR8 zombies. Also 25. The curse was also 25.
Is that for anyone that succeeded against it, or just
that's everybody
total?
Just for the party for effectively dealing with it. It is triggered as a medium challenge, which for a first level character is at 25 XP. Then they've got
for me, it was a hard challenge.
Yeah,
it was.
The half orcs were 25 each, and the disease was also 25, and then finally Prazul is for 4 of us. It's what is 450 divided by 4? That would be 62 apiece, right?
You said 450 divided by 4?
I'm sorry, 112. Yeah, 112. Yeah. Prazul's 112. He's a CR2 with 4 of you. Yeah.
Okay. So that should total right now 287.
287. Oh.
Can confirm.
Right. So we're going to throw on 13 points there for discovering the nature of the cult, so that we don't end up 13 points short of second level.
So,
thank you, by the way.
Yeah. And we get the friar back to town, and he's very happy for that. In fact, the whole town is happy. Then let me generate some loot here from Prazul's treasure and the reward for rescuing the friar.
oh, okay. So we are second level.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
300 would be
I am
second.
not used to this XP chart.
Yeah, we're not going to finish 13 XP short of second level.
Well, I mean, so question to kind of go towards that. Do we have a way to notify the drow of the cave, just in case it's a suitable temporary?
Didn't they mention something about a messenger?
After a couple of days, they cast sending to exchange information with you. Yeah, and they are scouting out locations in the far woods. So if you want to notify them of the vacancy of the cave, they would appreciate that greatly. Yes.
Okay. Will do. At least it offers some amount of cover, depending on who all goes there.
Okay, this is apparently he has 2 unrecognized potions of climbing
Oof.
as well, or someone has potions. That could be part of the reward. But here is the treasure and rewards and loot. So
Dang.
that's going to be 120, 147, 57, 87, 207, 217 divided 4. So call it 60 apiece, I guess. And then the potions, I usually don't put into group loot. So you should divvy those up as you want to, and keep those.
One each.
Okay. Yeah, one potion of healing each sounds fine to me.
And then there's the 2
And
potions of
actually,
climbing.
I'm gonna hand my potion of healing over to Jesus Zoro, just for a future in cases, because
Okay,
I still
okay.
have mine.
All right, that's great.
All right, and then I guess I would say at least one of the potions of climbing should go to the ranger.
Yes.
Okay.
And then, I mean, I don't have a use for the climbing potion myself, so I don't
I'll
wish to
take
lay
it
any
because of
claim
my
to it.
dexterity.
Yeah, look,
It'll definitely help me out.
Potion climbing uses your athletics, so it should be probably someone else who has decent strength.
You know,
If he wants it, I'm fine.
I am proficient in athletics still, so.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, by all means.
No. Yeah, by all means, take it.
All right.
So it's what, 60 gold, and then the potions.
All right.
Is that correct?
And this will bring us to the start of the next session. We'll pick it up next Wednesday. I do like to, when there's time for it, and we have time, I would like the impressions. Josh and I have played together a lot, so like we talk a lot, or we exchange a lot of emails. But I would be curious as to what the 3 of you who hadn't played in Dimgaard before thought.
Okay.
Like
And you
now
can be
or a later time?
no, well, like just now, just sort of and you can be very blunt if you have. I value criticism, and I know a lot of people say that, and they don't really. Right? People often get resentful and defensive, but if there is a way that you have observed that would improve things, I absolutely want to know.
Not specifically game related. I'll probably touch on that here in a second. I think your microphone was cutting out a little bit.
It was, but that's a microphone issue.
Yeah, it's microphone.
No,
actually, no, that's not a microphone issue. I would like to actually confirm that Discord does have these tendencies, because this is with every single group I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it?
It always cuts off for someone in the group. And for some reason, it always ends up being the DM, which is the most vital person to listen. So it's not your fault.
To talk.
Discord just hates DMs.
No,
that's probably
if you go to your voice settings in Discord and you go to where the button you can do voice activity or push to talk, make sure there isn't a push to talk to. Actually, it might be because you have it set to no delay. So as soon as you're still talking, but you release the button, then it'll immediately cut you off right there and then. You might want to add like a couple milliseconds.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I get.
Yeah.
I was trying to follow along in the settings, and then suddenly everything got quiet, and I was like, "Oh, what did I do?"
Yep.
So I am new to. I think that's a valid observation, by the way. And we are new to Discord. We had been using Google Hangouts, and it's pretty clear that Discord has kind of become the standard, and we were just slow to engage that. So it's definitely helpful to me.
I mean, I use both. Only one group uses Hangout with me so far, but a majority prefer Discord. So I wouldn't doubt if my other group ends up trying to go for Discord in the future if we start having any additional issues.
Okay,
Oh man, my group's ancient. We still use TeamSpeak and Discord.
I am part of a TeamSpeak group, but I mean, we don't rely on it.
Yeah, no, Discord's perfectly fine. I don't mind at all.
so you're saying in my voice settings, so I've got voice activity, and then I've got automatically determine input sensitivity.
Oh, you know what? It might be on. Hold on, let me check something. Yep, never mind. It's only if you have it set on push to talk. There's a push to talk release delay.
I've got mine to set to voice detection, but then again, I also have a standalone microphone that I'm using. So
Yeah, see, I'm using my laptop's mic, and I think whenever we were using Google Hangouts, occasionally I would get real robotic or tinny or whatever you want to call it, and earbud.
Yeah.
If I put in earbuds with a mic, that would solve the problem there. So maybe I need to do that with Discord as well.
Because what might be happening is that it's starting to detect feedback, and then it just immediately, in order to prevent a continuous feedback, it'll cut itself off.
Okay.
Save itself.
Yeah. So I think that's a very valid observation. Thank you. I'll experiment with that and see if I can get it better. Anything else?
As to the campaign so far, actually, probably for the setting, definitely one of the funnest settings I've been on so far. For 5th edition, being that I haven't played 5th edition yet, I don't know.
One thing, it's more like an additional thing. You can think it over. I don't know if you do it with any other groups. I actually love it whenever they allow us to do this. Essentially, whenever we're fighting against, say, that tougher enemy out of the group, you know, the one that seems to really just stand out there, they allow us to do, like some of my DMs allow us to do, like a killing blow. You know, we do the last hit of damage that will technically kill them. You know, they allow us to, like, you know, make it feel a little more special, let us describe how we kill them, you know, within the standards of what we're using to attack them in the first place with, of course. But nothing that sounds crazy or out of turn. You know, just something that makes it sound like a little more relishing.
Yeah, I think that's pretty common, and I think that's something that I could implement that could add it. To allow the final blow, to allow the player to flavor that. I think that adds to the game for some players. Yeah, I think that's a valid observation.
Because to be honest, I'd love to see Zero just finish off anything that he can with a decapitation or just a nice head split. That would be amazing.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, next Wednesday when we're in that situation, if you could remind me, that would be great. Because I think you're absolutely right about that. The other thing, speaking of that, it kind of reminds me of it. And I wish I was better at this, at giving inspiration, right? So, it's new to 5th edition, and I just overlook it all the time. Yeah, as much as I DM, you would think I would have given out tons of inspiration, but it just always slips my mind. So I apologize for that too. Because almost always,
I feel like I just don't think that, you know, this was like we didn't exactly go out for the inspiration, because inspiration in itself can be offered to anyone who acts out entirely towards how their character would, or maybe even just doing something that's a bit more off to the sidelines that wasn't needed. Maybe helping those drow out instead of attacking them straight forward.
Yeah.
Even though they did seem very threatening, like that was an interesting move. You know, stuff like that would probably be the best time to think about handing out inspiration, but more specifically to those who seem to actually put forward to it, not just everyone.
I agree. And to that end, if you see another player do something that you think is impressive in that way, you might just sort of nudge me in that direction and say, "Yeah, that seemed pretty impressive to me." So maybe I can recognize the inspiration better.
I mean, in most of my games, for example, inspiration is usually handed out for creative solutions.
Yeah.
So
So
that comes out of left field, and you're like, I didn't expect my players to do that, but it's so ingenious, and that's usually when the DMs or when I'm DMing. That's when we usually hand out inspiration.
So like you're saying with the drow, there probably should have been some inspiration there for role playing, but also within tactics, the way that that Zorzo positioned his 1 point on hands at the right time to get the other two players up, to get Andrew and Zell back up. That probably should have deserved inspiration. That was a very good strategy, very useful tactic. Yeah. And I just overlooked it.
That's fun. But just as an observation, people with doing healing and things, they waste it. So you really need to look at the initiative order. So, for example, if I use my turn to get someone up, and then the next turn it's an enemy, the enemy's just going to kill the person they just got up, or potentially could.
Yeah.
People do that all the time, and it's just kind of a waste of a turn.
Yeah, that's why I was ignoring Andrew for the moment, because I knew right now he's more worried about those who are attacking him.
Yeah, no, it would have been totally a waste during the boss fight to get me back up, because the radiant damage would just knock me right back down.
Just one thing, Dan, for the campaign in general. I don't know I have a choice of 2 oaths, which I'm going to go. They're both not good ones, but I don't know who exactly I'm going to follow yet. There's an option of a bunch of people, but there's something to think about.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think you mentioned that in your email, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I have some specific questions. So you were brand new characters, right? And that can be difficult, because even just having a potion of healing each can make a big difference, right? And so I had tried to ameliorate that a little bit with the inspiring leader and the possibility of the ceremony. I don't think anyone actually utilized the ceremony, though, did they?
No, I was given it, but it was only for ability checks, so it made no difference to me.
Oh.
I felt like it passed through really quickly, so while I was thinking about it, I just really didn't think that I would qualify for it. Because even though, that the youthful rite ceremony, I don't think 23-year-old would pass for that.
Probably not in medieval times. Yeah.
Like he's still.
But so even there, right? That decision is a very good role playing decision, and probably should have earned inspiration. Right? If I had been more aware of inspiration, what happens is I get caught up in the story, and I overlook opportunities for inspiration. Yeah. All right. So I think that. But anyway, my feeling was, and I'm looking to see if my feeling is valid or not, was that just the extra 6 hit points, right? The temporary hit points.
That was a very good choice, and it padded out the first level adventure very well.
Yeah, we would have been. I think we would have probably total party right if we didn't have it.
Level 1 is very scary, and that was a good option to have.
A good option to encourage getting the heck out into the middle of nowhere and actually doing something. Versus, let's waste a couple minutes or a couple hours trying to decide how we're going to do this.
And then, so the final fight there, I thought I was afraid that was going to be a little more, because he's got a 15 armor class and he's got a lot of hit points, right? And then you've got the 2 sacred flames on initiative count 20 each round. But I think that it was hard, but I didn't think it was horribly hard, right? Am I right on that?
Overall,
No.
it was balanced well, other than the fucking cow who tripped me.
Yeah, no, that was. Sorry.
Imagine if I was a wizard. I would have died.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think the that fire was probably a fairly good option to have in there for additional damage, because 4 against 1 is a little bit lopsided.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily true that the fire is going to do, the 7 or 8 damage every time.
So what that is supposed to simulate is an additional CR 1/8 creature who just knows the cantrip Sacred Flame, right? Is like if you look at the encounter budget, right? So he goes up to CR 2 when you have 4 PCs, but and if you scale him up any more than that, then you have to increase his damage, and then you run into the problem of him one-shotting first level characters, right? So he's ramped up really as high as he can go to be balanced, and so then to make the encounter budget work right, you need to simulate him having a couple of minions lurking in the background, right? Who just cast Sacred Flames from a distance, and that's all they do. Yeah, that's where the Sacred Flames.
The only other option I could, from a DM perspective, I think you could have done probably was throw in a whole bunch of low health minions that 2 players have to hack through, while the other 2 are attacking the main boss.
Yeah, that's a pretty common thing to do. You see that a lot across the board, not just in 5th edition, but just in role playing in general. And the reason I do sometimes do that, but the reason I didn't do that here, and the reason I like to do other things is, first of all, I like for the climactic encounter to really be focused on that one guy, right? Like he's the star of the show, and minions take away from that. And then the second thing is, in 5th edition, setting up an environmental event like the Sacred Flames is so much more efficient time-wise, right? You don't have to manage initiative and movement and all that. You just trigger it on initiative count 20 and move on. And it's just a lot cleaner in 5th edition. So I've moved towards doing that.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm just simply saying that's probably the only other way that you could have handled it and keep it so that your boss character would actually survive long enough.
Okay, and then
4 PC characters mashing on one guy.
Right.
That's kind of brutal.
Yeah.
At that point, it becomes a child who just dropped its ice cream and is crying there, and then you've got 4 bullies around, just insulting him, kicking him, pushing him into the ice cream, kicking dirt on his face. It kind of just makes it seem just too easy on an outward perspective. But it's the only thing that he had sort of going with him was all of those runes. I have to say those runes did more damage than him himself.
Did the glyphs add into the CR?
No, none of them do anything that really trigger damage or AC. The guidance gives him a bump in initiative, as does the Cat's Grace. Right? The Cat's Grace with his dexterity makes him harder to shove around or grapple, but they don't really affect his CR. Yeah. And the Long Strike just gives him an extra 10 movement in case he needs to maneuver. But it ended up just being a toe-to-toe slugfest. So, okay, so then it's almost 10 here. Does anybody have anything they want to add before we call it a night? Or at least I call it a night. You guys are free to stay on as long as you want to.
No, I'm good.
Okay, then.
I'm going to just level up my character right now.
Yeah.
Get that over with.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, then I will see most of you next Wednesday. I will see Josh sooner, but yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Enjoy. That's off to a good start. Very, very pleasant. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it was a good first level.
Yeah.
Good night, yo.
Yep, take it easy.
So I got one quick question.
Okay.
Just because I missed it at the end with the loot and everything like that, what was the total gold that went to each party member, just to make sure I had the correct amount?
60 gold pieces, and then everyone has a potion of healing, and I don't know who got the potions of climbing. One went to the ranger, and I don't know who got the other one.
Yeah. I got one, and then I think one of the fighters has the other one.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's the other thing. Can I sell one of the scale mails that I took off of the half orc, or assumed everyone took over?
Well, that's
One of the
kind of
scale mails off?
that's part of the loot total. I'm presuming that we're selling all the stuff that can be sold. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, then I'm gonna delete that then. All right, sweet.
Okay. All right. Have a good week. I'll see you next Wednesday.
Yep, see you.
Bye.